Good evening, party people. Welcome back to Dream Daddy. Let's get straight into this thing over here. We've dated 5 out of 7 daddies so far, and I'd say we got a pretty good track record so far. We've gotten the best dates for 4 out of 5 of them thus far. There's only one that we didn't do quite perfectly on. He gave us some trouble. What was it? It was Joseph. We just straight up slept with him on a boat, and apparently that's not the proper ending, which is slightly unfortunate, but you know what? Life goes on. Life goes on as we do. I see Brad already popping into chat already. Hello there. He's got a gin and tonic. He's getting his gin and tonic on. Now, here's a question for you. If you were a proteinaceous fellow, like our buddy Craig over here, who is a fitness enthusiast, he loves his energy bars, he loves his sub 6-minute mile, and apparently a beer pong world champion. If you were in Craig's position, would you drink your protein shakes with alcohol? Or would you just have protein in your beer? What would be the proper way to do things there? Well, I've got a couple ideas of where things might go with that. So we're going to explore that tonight before we actually get started with the game. Protein shakes. Here's a little bit of context behind this. I was trying to do research for what exactly might be the best, drink type thing to put together for our buddy Craig over here. And the thought occurred to me that proteinaceous beer does exist out there. Evidently, there is protein-packed beer that is sold somewhere here in the state of Pennsylvania. It's sold way out west where I can't seem to get anything shipped inwards, and I was not about to drive 4 times 2 hours round trip just to get beer that is packed with protein. I also probably could have done some better planning on my part. But something popped up in my feed the other day, and what popped up into my feed was the fact that there are multiple celebrities that claim to take their protein shakes, I think the brand is specifically Muscle Milk, and combine it with various forms of alcohol. Jason Derulo has gone on record to say that Muscle Milk and vodka is a combination that he so enjoys. Arnold Schwarzenegger has gone on record to say that maybe not Muscle Milk, but protein shakes plus bourbon, and apparently in other more recent records, tequila and schnapps, not really specifically any kind of schnapps that I could find, also goes well in his protein shakes. So what I've done this evening is I've collected a couple of bottles. We have some vodka, we've got butterscotch schnapps, I've got some bourbon, which you could technically call it, and we have some tequila, and I'm just kind of curious to see whether any of these actually taste good with protein shake. I'm not a proteinaceous kind of guy. I'm not a protein bro. I don't really know too much about macro and micronutrients and whatnot to speak of. And at least up until a month ago, I was doing some workouts every single day, but life is crazy. Life changes. And sometimes you have to change up your schedule a little bit, especially when you're a fledgling content creator, at-home mixologist, and 9-to-5 worker. Although some people would disagree with at least one or multiple of those statements. You have to change your schedules every once in a while. So I'm not gonna buy Muscle Milk from the store just to try to do some weird odd tests that we do at a bar like this. I'm not gonna go out and buy an entire container that contains maybe up to 2 to 3 pounds of protein powder just to see. There's too many variables there. I feel like it might just separate and get all weird. Maybe there's some odd curdling effects going on, which might be a good thing if we try to clarify. That's an interesting question. Can you clarify with milk as you would milk powder with protein powder? I don't know. That's maybe potentially an exploration for another time, it seems. But I went to my local Walmart because we were back at home a little bit a while ago, and there's no real good Walmarts around here. I picked up this thing of Equate Max Protein Vanilla, artificially flavored, 4 to 11 ounces. Oh no, four total, 11 fluid ounces, 325 milliliters for the folks across the pond. Shakes with 30 grams of protein per serving, 170 calories per serving, 1 gram of total sugar per serving, and 24 total vitamins and minerals. Does it drink? Does it blend? Does it mix? That's the question that we're going to try to answer this evening, because apparently some of the prominent celebrities out there like to spike up their protein shakes, and I just kind of see how that goes. I want to see if I can give that a try. We'll do a little bit of cleanup over here because I realized we were having a little fun today. So I did not properly clean up the bar before things happened. We're working on a tight schedule here today. Yes, we are. Brad says, that's a lot of vitamins and minerals. Some would say too many. Can you have too many vitamins and minerals? I don't know. I actually found out today there were these, we went out to dinner a little bit ago, and there were these disinfecting wipes that said they were filled with it was aloe and vitamin E specifically. I was like, oh, can you absorb vitamin E through your skin? And at least one person at the table said, yes, you can absorb vitamin E through your skin. Or at least certain. Maybe it was vitamin E, maybe it was vitamin D. I'm honestly not so sure. I am almost finished getting myself totally situated over here. I apologize for the delay. We'll be off to the races in just a moment more. No, I don't want to finish setting up my iPad, you silly device. I don't want Apple doing anything like that. Silly device. I'm going to pull up my creator mode. Switch into creator mode. Creator mode. I'm in creator mode right now. Because I'm the creator. I am the creator. Oh my gosh. Ooh. There's a fire. There's a fire outside. Not a fire, but a fire, what do you call them? Fire hydrants? Fire truck? Fire truck. There's probably hydrants out there too. In any case, let's get ourselves beginning over here. There's a couple of different combinations that I wanted to specifically give a try, and I'll throw out there to the rest of the folks too. What do you think would taste good in a vanilla protein shake? Would you perhaps choose a chocolate protein shake? I know there are various different flavors of protein powders and stuff out there. I've seen peanut butter, I've seen brownie, I've seen General Fudge, specifically Madagascarin or French vanilla. It's one of the two. I just got the regular vanilla, and that's what we're going to try. The combination that we're going to attempt with a variety of different spirits this evening is 2 parts of your milk, protein shake or otherwise, in this case this is vanilla, to 1 part of our spirit. We're just going to try to see what tastes good, if any of them. I'm not sure exactly how I want to mix this up, though. I haven't thought about specifically the idea of what base ounces I'm going to work with over here. But let's grab a couple of glasses and see where it takes us. I'm going to grab a couple of my Glencairn glasses. I like these guys. I'm going to pull out a bunch of them. Let's see. Let's move you guys off to the side. Put you over here. Here's a glass. Let's get some more glasses. Protein shake is going to be our top front runner. Let me grab a couple more over here. These are some of my favorite glasses to use. I just love them. And if we're going to do any sort of like odd mixological experiments, we might as well use these. And hell, why not? We'll put out the whole box. I picked up a whole stack of 4 of these. We were at, what is it? Epoch, Baltimore Spirits Co. when we were taking a little trip, Anna and I. So I got plenty of these things. Get out of here. There's no glass in that container, thank goodness. That is hard. I assume vodka is going to be unremarkable. Rum will feel like a dessert drink. Maybe a high-proof rye. Could try the high... Ooh, we got some... That's an idea. We got some Rittenhouse rye, specifically bottled and bond. We're gonna try a rum. What kind of rum we thinking? We thinking like a Jamaican rum? We're gonna try like a dark rum, do like a basic Bacardi rum. I feel like the Bacardi rum is not gonna be that remarkable either. Could be wrong about that though. Let's start off with what we have here. We'll work our way through the list. So let me put my glasses all the way off to the side over here. We'll keep them on the ready for when we have more. How weird and sweet or chemically is that protein shake by itself? Well, we gotta taste it on its own, obviously. We got a little cordial glass for that. How does the protein shake taste on its own? I used to drink Boost when I was younger because my parents would have them in the house and they just made for a very easy breakfast. I haven't had that stuff in a while, and I was never a fan of the vanilla flavor, and from what I recall, it wasn't really a good thing. Let's see what we got with this. Equate protein shake. Use this product as a food supplement only. I'm using it as an ingredient supplement. Does that count? Maybe. It says nothing about specifically shaking or otherwise, but I feel like I need to shake it. Instructions, ready to drink, shake well. Okay then. We'll shake it well then. Because that's what the instructions tell us to do. This cocktail recipe is 1 part vanilla protein shake. Shake before serving, shake in container, no need for extra ice, refrigerate before serving. It's equate, it smells... I don't really like this, to be honest. Doesn't really smell like vanilla. Doesn't have much of a smell to it. It kind of smells like cake dough before it's been cooked. Yeah, you could call that vanilla. That's like vanilla milk. It's got the texture of milk. It's thick. It's a weird... It just tastes like cake batter. That has the consistency and flavor of cake batter. And like, which is not normally a bad thing. It just doesn't feel like I should be having this thick a liquid with this much seeming sugar in it of this consistency in my mouth like this. But that's what we're starting with. Apparently, if this is how it starts out with, then it can only get better from here. I hope. I hope. Ooh. I don't actually have the bucket up here. I gotta need a call for help for the bucket. Bucket providers, if you're out there, I require a bucket. Brad's saying we had Carnation instant breakfast growing up, which is basically Boost, and it only did the chocolatey, only the chocolatey one. I only ever did the chocolatey one when it comes to the Boost. I really didn't mess around with any of the other flavors. I think there was a strawberry one too, which sounds like it would be good. But I was too in love with Hershey's strawberry milk to even try anything other than that. Maybe cognac or brandy, and then it's just a sad eggnog. Let's see how things go. Because usually you would make eggnog with brandy, right? Actually, I was playing around with some cognac the other day. That might be good. So let's try. First, we're gonna do 2 parts. We're gonna do things in ratios of, we'll do half an ounce or about 15 milliliters as our base parts. I'm not gonna pour 2 whole ounces of this stuff in these Glencairns. I don't think it's gonna be worth it. We'll see though. We want to try to conserve the shakes. We have 4 of them, and I don't plan on buying any more of these anytime soon. So let's take a full ounce. We'll have 1 measured majigger for our protein shakes, and we'll play around with these other ones for any of the other ones that we have around here. 1 full ounce of protein shake. That's the 2-part in this case. Let's start off with, this is Jason Derulo's combination of protein in shake form plus vodka. This is also a terrible container to be pouring into. So we're gonna be making a mess, and that's just fine. I got a Union Forge vodka this time. It's a nice vodka, nice clean vodka. Made here in Pennsylvania. Exactly where in Pennsylvania? The Union Forge, obviously. Let's add about half an ounce of our vodka to the same thing there. We could probably be putting this over ice and properly stirring and whatnot. We could be doing that. Let's see how much ice we have. We'll put a little bit of ice in there too. It might be all a part of the process. I would assume that if you were to shake a protein shake, you don't use ice, but again, I'm not a bodybuilder. That's not really my shtick. I'm a body drinker. I don't drink bodies, but let's not take that any farther out of context than it needs to be. Grab some ice from over here. Oh yeah, I got plenty of ice. If there's one thing that we've got, at the very least, it is ice. We'll pop that in our Glencairn. Don't splash. Please don't splash. It's gonna... Oop! Alright, well. Cool. That's working out well so far. And I guess we'll just kind of get a little mix around. This is just vodka and protein shake. Just like the way Jason Derulo would do it. He's a singer-songwriter. Actually, I can't guarantee that he's the singer and the songwriter. I just know he sings. And I know he sings because at the end of a lot of his music, he reminds you it's Derulo. It's got a nice bite to it. Honestly, I feel like it kind of made it better. I feel like I taste the vanilla more, that there's something else in there. Instead of tasting just like cake batter, it's like cake batter with like actual frosting on it. You could convince me that there might be like a sprinkle or something that got like caught in the mix. And that's just because there's any other flavor than just cake. It's honestly not too bad. It's like vanilla with a kick. That's not bad at all. Honestly, that is not too bad. Things are about to get really cumbersome up at this bar. So if y'all don't mind, I don't mind. And I just realized we can't even see the glass from back here. All this feels like a place to revisit when we're on a blended drink episode, when we actually blend things together. Add a little bit of muscle milk. I wonder. Yeah, because you blend protein shakes. That's what I'm pulling from that. Again, I'm not a gym bro. I wouldn't know. Nancy Fierce, you have a seat at our bar over here. welcome in. I hope you're in for protein shakes and alcohol, because if you're not in for protein shakes and alcohol, I don't want you to reintroduce yourself to the door. The door is always available. Welcome in, welcome in. We're making cocktails here at the bar with the next. This is what we do. Behind every stream is another drink to be made. On the other side of things, apparently celebrity and former governor of California once said that he drinks his protein shakes with bourbon, American bourbon. And apparently, according to other articles, has said he's also drank it with tequila and or schnapps. I don't know if it is all at the same time, and I don't know specifically what kind of schnapps, but I reached into my schnapps collection and I found butterscotch schnapps, and that sounds like it wouldn't be the most hellish combination. But we're gonna stick with the things that feel the worst, or perhaps the best. First, we're gonna try some bourbon with it. I have this Cleveland bourbon. It's not technically bourbon. It was rapidly aged using a specific oxygen-enriched accelerated aging process. I only know that because it says it on the bottle. I think it was only aged for like only a single month, a minimum of a single month. We're gonna grab one of our other Glencairns over here and add a full ounce of our protein shake mix. Do I have to shake this again? Well, we'll wake him up. We're gonna wake him up. Brad also says, dude, Mr. Black and Vanilla Shake. See, now that we're thinking with protein shakes, specifically vanilla equate, we know where we're going with it. 1 full ounce of our protein shake, although we might not want to. This is for science. We'll add that. We add the ice first. I should add the ice first, because that way I'm not splashing everything around over here. Let's kind of leave it out. We're moving through things quick enough that I don't think it's gonna melt super quickly. Just make some space behind Chonkachu over here. There we go. Move some of my other notes out of the way. Let's grab another ice cube and pop it in. Hello there. Hello there, hello there. And we'll add a half an ounce or 1 part of any kind of bourbon you got. We also have a high proof bottled in bond bourbon over here. I believe Rittenhouse Rye is no, it's not a bourbon. It is a rye. It is a straight rye whiskey, not specifically a bourbon. Although this isn't specifically a bourbon either, come to think of it. And we'll just kind of give that a bit of a, not a stir per se. We're going to give that a bit of a agitation, if you will. We're going to agitate it ever so slightly using the proprietary Glencairn glass. You can tell it's the Glencairn glass because of the curves and the bulb on the bottom, and the fact that if I were to turn this over towards myself right now, it would read Glencairn backwards on the bottom, because it actually says Glencairn when you're looking in through the top. So if you looked at it the other direction, it would be backwards, and it would probably say there's an R in there somewhere. It's hard to read backwards. I can read upside down, but I can't pronounce upside down. Ooh, ow. Ooh, that's got a bourbon smell to it. That straight up smells like bourbon. Not a bad thing. Definitely not a bad thing. That's a little more complex. Actually, that's not bad at all. I was saying the protein shake on its own kind of tasted like cake batter. The protein shake plus the vodka kind of tasted like cake batter with a bit of extra frosting on it, with a kick to it. This has that kick. The cake batter has turned into something a little bit different. This tastes like a more traditional vanilla now, with those obvious backbone bourbon notes that, at least for here, I'm getting a lot of like corn characteristics to this. So that, whatever combination that you would imagine. Oh, you know what? You know what? Hold on, I'm gonna go in for another one just to make sure I'm not totally off base with this. If you could imagine a vanilla frosted cornbread cake. Not in the good way, not in the good way. None of this is in the good way. But if you imagine that, that's kind of what I'm getting from this. And it's like vaguely corn. It's like vaguely corn. As much as you can get certain other flavor characteristics from various different types of spirits out there, I don't even know what the mash bill is on this particular whiskey here, but I imagine it's probably a corn base. Because if it considers itself a bourbon, it has to be 51% corn. But again, this doesn't follow the normal aging requirements of a bourbon, so what other rules they're bending, I'm not so sure. But let's call that alcoholic vanilla frosted cornbread. And honestly, I'm preferring that over the vodka one so far. Just side by side. Yeah, just burn. That's burn with character. That is burn with character. How am I gonna label these things over here? I need to keep things in front of what they do. Let's move things down the line as if there's a little like a manufacturing line. We'll put the vodka over here with the which one smells like whiskey? Not that one. There we go. Does this one smell like whiskey? Let's confirm that. Yes, it does. Pop that over here. On Mr. von Schwarzenegger once said as well that he would drink this with tequila and or schnapps. So how does tequila and protein shake mix taste? Let's try that next. This is literally all we're doing. We're gonna be doing this for like the next like half hour or so, and then we'll play Dream Daddy. We'll get back to what you really came here for. Dating Protein Daddy. Specifically Craig. He's like our friend from college. He's known to have done keg stands back in ye old days. He's known to have done some wild things. I don't remember the name of his ex-wife. I believe her name was Ashley because I vaguely remember the phrase Smashly Schmashly or something as a means to rather derogatorily refer to, I guess, his then girlfriend, probably around the college years. But evidently, he's got 3 beautiful children now. And Ashley is nowhere to be found. Smashly is nowhere to be found. We're gonna add 2 parts of our protein shake mixer to 1 part of tequila. I'm using Hornitos. It's nice. This is my recent tequila pick. And I'm gonna put a little ice cube in there. Make sure things are nice and cold. I will say that so far, putting this all on ice has been a very good idea. I think it just allows some of those flavors to even out a little bit. And also, when things are cold, some of the alcohol bite is a little less prominent. That's why a lot of times you will serve martinis very, very cold. You'll serve drinks that don't have ice in at the end. When you serve them up, also very, very cold. Just allows us to appreciate some of those other flavors that might be hidden by otherwise very, very high-proof spirits that might be in our cocktails. It's a little tip there. Brad says, this is the one I'm most leery of. I do love a very, very cold martini. Do you also love a really, really cold martini when it involves tequila and protein shake mix and no vermouth to be found? Because if you do, that's what this is. Very prominently tequila. It smells like tequila. Just like the bourbon one smelled like bourbon and that the vodka one smelled like whatever you could consider vodka to smell of other than alcohol. This smells like tequila. Oh, that's interesting. That actually doesn't go that badly. I'll say there is an artificialness to the vanilla flavor of that cake batter. And the agave is kind of at bat with that. But there is a certain like smokiness that you get in tequila. A very, very clear vegetal note that isn't particularly unpleasant. This doesn't taste bad. It just tastes like tequila in vanilla, which for some really, really aged tequilas could be exactly what you're looking for there. But this is not aged. This is a Blanco tequila. I believe it is. This is all Blanco, yeah? 1% puro de agave, unaged plata tequila. So there's no aging process here. There's no color to it. I can't say it's never been in oak barrels because I've never actually been there throughout the tequila through its baby process. But I have reason to believe it's never touched oak. But it has touched the glass. If you like tequila, this ain't a bad combination. It ain't a bad combination at all. Let's see. Going back to our cake batter analogy. This tastes like tequila cake. This tastes like cake batter with tequila frosting. There's no other way around it. I can't even say that there's any other like analog here. It tastes like tequila and milk, but like that's not a bad thing. It's certainly not the worst thing that I've ever had. It just tastes like tequila and vanilla. Actually, I think those vanilla notes are just gone. No, yeah, it's... It's mostly gone. There's not much vanilla left to be found. It is textured tequila. Opaque, textured tequila that I don't think is very, I guess is more shelf stable than it was previously. The protein shake, not the tequila. The tequila is shelf stable on its own. Nobody needed to do anything to this tequila to make it any more or less shelf stable. Unless I put this back into the bottle, which I'm not going to do. I'm not going to ruin this nice tequila. But not unpleasant. Not unpleasant. Just kind of flat and unexciting. Unless you hate tequila, in which case this is a wild ride so far. Former Governor Schwarzenegger also said that he used to put schnapps in his protein shake. I am going to choose to believe that the schnapps that he's mentioning is just straight schnapps. It's not blueberry schnapps, it's not butterscotch schnapps, it's not peppermint schnapps or anything like that. Although those are options here at the bar with an X. I'm gonna pick only one schnapps. And this is where I wanted to try to get things to see like if we can actually play around with those vanilla notes from the protein shake, which are now beginning to feel a little bit weird in every place of my body, and especially on the back of my tongue. That tequila is actually sitting very, very pleasantly now. We're gonna try butterscotch schnapps because I feel like this makes sense. If we go to the cake analogy, if we add a little bit of caramelization to our cake batter, maybe we add a little butterscotch like chips in there, little morsels from the Hershey's pack, maybe that'll actually taste good. Or maybe it's a monstrosity. We're gonna wake up our protein shake. We're gonna get our next glass. We're gonna get more ice. Put it in there first. Fourth verse, same as the first verse, 2 parts. I'm using an ounce of our protein shake. Max protein, by the way. This is the maximum protein that you can expect to get ever. 30 grams. That's the maximum. If you believe that you can get more protein anywhere, Equate wants to have a word with you. And then 1 part, or in this case about 15 milliliters, or about half an ounce of whatever schnapps you got. Using butterscotch. Butterscotch schnapps. And then we'll give that an agitation. A gyration, if you will. Brad says, I'm real curious about what these will look like after they set for a bit. If you're curious about what these look like an hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours from now, stick around. Because after we're done here at the bar, we're going back into Dream Daddy, going through all 3 dates with Craig, and we'll be sipping on these throughout the duration of the stream, for better or for worse. I just want protein in my diet. That's really all I want. Just want the gains. Any gains that you receive while working out can be potentially nullified, negated, or even flipped around and reversed when consuming alcohol. So just take that into consideration. Just smells like butterscotch. Most of these just kind of smell like whatever spirit went into them. This smells pleasant. I like the smell of butterscotch. Ooh. I didn't think that was gonna go wrong. Oh man, that's good. That's tasty. Ooh. Like white chocolate. Ooh, that's like a sweet caramelly white chocolate. That's good. That's dangerous. Why is there sediment at the bottom of this? Where did that come from? Did that come from the protein shake? Oh, there's little brown bits in this thing. It must be the vanilla. I wonder if they just macerated just entire vanilla bean pods and put this in here. They're just like, oh, it's vanilla now. We add a little bit of white stuff to it. We add a little bit of blended vanilla to the mix. It's wild. That tastes delightful. That's really good. That's not bad at all. That's good. Wow. I should start tracking down how we're doing so far. Okay. So we have tried. Let's see. We got vodka. We had bourbon. We had tequila. With B Scotch schnapps. And so far, we have our rankings as follows. The B-Scotch is number 1. That tastes freaking delicious. The tequila is pleasant and flat. It's like a Let's call it a 2. Honestly, I like the tequila. I mean, the vanilla notes are nowhere to be found, but it doesn't exactly fight for a 10. It doesn't really fight around with the vanilla of the thing, and actually makes the thing taste better. Then we had the bourbon. Bourbon was interesting. Had a nice smell to it. I like the kick of the vodka. I'm gonna put the bourbon in last for now. 4 and 3. So for the butterscotch, I mean, it makes sense, right? It's literally just sweetened schnapps. Why was it gonna taste bad? How could it have tasted bad? I have no idea. Let's see, you're not gonna block anything if I put you over here. I'm kind of running out of space though. 4 tastes so far. There was also the idea, Brad brought up the idea of using an overproof whiskey. We have a Rittenhouse Rye here. Brad also brought up, what do we have? We got Mr. Black as a coffee liqueur. We thought about maybe adding a brandy in there. We might as well go with some of the base spirits. We thought about it. Well, let's go back to the base spirits, right? Instead of doing the Rittenhouse, let's just crawl out some other base spirits. Let's grab a cognac. We'll try this. And we'll also add a rum in there. I'm thinking, based off of the way that it played around with the butterscotch schnapps, I really liked that. We don't have anything really fruity in here aside from the cognac so far. I'm gonna pull out a funky rum. We're gonna turn this on top of its head. I'm gonna grab a Jamaican rum, an Appleton Estate, and see what happens with this. Dearest, hello. She's delivering things to the bar with an X.
Would you like your...
We were out at an event today. We got some new coasters. Careful. Got some new coasters. They're all made of like ceramic. For Cameron later, when he's had less drinks in him. For now. Hi, Anna, says Brad.
Hi, Brad.
Says Anna. Anna, could I ask you to do me the hottest of favors?
What do you mean?
The bucket is missing.
Oh, that's because you left downstairs.
I did. We're gonna scramble a little bit for things. So let's try that.
Why did you throw the epoch box?
Why did I throw the epoch box? Because it's empty. I'm using all the things. I'll keep it over here. I'll put it back together. Let's try the cognac first. We'll try cognac. Let's add that to our list. Cognac. And protein shakes. I can still taste the tequila. It's still not a bad flavor. I really like that. Yeah, tequila stays second. That's great. I love that. That's the most interesting discovery so far. Let's grab another glass. Put some ice in it. A little piece of ice. Hello there. For our Glencairn. Lad, just as we did before. 2 parts of protein shake mix here. As honestly is not as bad as I thought. I thought these celebrities were saying weird things, but there's an ounce of truth behind every story. Be careful the way that you use that phrase if you take it beyond these bar walls.
Here's Taylor.
Thank you so much for delivering the bucket. The bucket's name is Taylor. You can tell because it says Taylor on it. You know, tailors. Those who tail. It's a noun. It's a verb. It's a noun. Those who tail. To tail, that's a verb. Hello, Taylor. And then 1 part, in this case about 15 milliliters. Cognac brandy. We'll give that. Let's see, we agitated, we gyrated. What haven't we done yet? We're gonna give that... I'm at a loss for words. I'm gonna swing it around. We're gonna pole dance this one. That's what we're doing. Combine them all together. Give them a pole dance. This is the pole. It's technically a dowel. And this is its dancing. Don't break your glasses, Cam. Very bad idea. Those who break glasses must be disciplined. Dowel of discipline doesn't come out very much. People don't break rules at this bar. So far. Ooh. Oh, that definitely smells like brandy. Definitely smells like cognac, but I don't really like it so far. You see, it's not terrible, but I know what that tastes like. And before I tell you what that tastes like, please don't judge me. Actually, you know what? Judge me all you want to. That tastes like a Band-Aid.
Ew.
I told you, I asked you specifically. I don't know if it's used or not. It's not used. I don't taste any metal on that. There's no blood on that. It just tastes like some weird plastic that shouldn't be in my mouth. I don't like that. I'm not a fan. I don't know why. That tastes like Band-Aids to me. That's a nopey face, for good reason. What is wrong with that? Why don't I like that as much as I don't? That's the thing, when stuff like this happens, I'm curious. I have to, like, figure out why. It's like spicy in a weird way, but like it tastes chemical. Like really chemically, like adhesive chemical. It tastes like it could have a texture of something like a Band-Aid. I don't know why it tastes like it smells like a Band-Aid box. It tastes like a Band-Aid box. And the only reason I would know what a Band-Aid tastes like is because when I was younger and I had problems taking Band-Aids off of myself from the majority of injuries that I would had, most of them superficial injuries, not needing hospital attention, I'd like kind of peel off and then try to like bite it off and stuff. And I'm a curious kid. I was the kid who ate popcorn out of the dirt on the playground. I was the kid who licked the seatbelt on the bus because curiosity killed a cat somewhere. Yeah, that's fine. That was supposed to be fruity. That was supposed to be a fun time.
Which one was that?
Cognac? Brandy? Maybe I should be cleansing my palate every once in a while. Maybe we should go back for that because, like...
You're gonna try Band-Aid again?
I'm gonna wet my gullet first and try to see if I was bastardizing those flavors with anything else. I'm gonna go back in for Band-Aid number 2. No, that's fine.
Was it still Band-Aid?
There's a metaphor to be had here about ripping off the Band-Aid, and I don't like it. Maybe the cognac by itself has Band-Aid notes. No, it's fruity. It's beautiful. I'm just gonna choose that. We gotta try other things here. Otherwise, we're not gonna get to it. There's only so much of this protein shake left. So that was interesting. Well, let's take those fruitier attempts, fruitier notes, and put them in a completely different direction. So where did that land on the thing? Right? That is, I don't like that.
That's a 5.
That's a 5. That's the lowest on the list so far. We've tried 5. That's 5. That's no. Let's try rum. If we thought that was weird, let's make it funky. Let's see what else happens. Grab another glass. I'm running out of glasses. That's fine. For the sake of science, I'll go through all the glasses. It's not science. None of this is science here. I've been using the cocktail angle. Let me put that thing out of the way. We don't need that. We're gonna wake it up. Make it all nice and frothy. 2 parts. Protein shake. Max protein. Equate brand. Try rum. I feel like I'm getting tired of this. For science. For science. Half an ounce. Jamaican, funky Jamaican rum. Funky Jamaican rum. Couldn't get worse than a Band-Aid, right? Couldn't possibly get worse than a Band-Aid. Y'all can't even see what we're doing over here. Give it, if the last one was a pole dance, scrape this one against the ground, and then subsequently put a Band-Aid on it, and rip the Band-Aid right off. Let's back team this one. Ooh. Ooh. That's not bad so far. It doesn't smell bad so far. Couldn't get worse than a Band-Aid. Famous last words.
You can get a bloody Band-Aid.
Could get a bloody Band-Aid. It could just taste like metal.
Could taste like pus.
Could taste like pus. Anna, please don't make this worse. You're the educated medical professional in the room.
Exactly. You don't want to taste pus. It's gross. That's infected.
I'm gonna cleanse my palate of whatever Anna just said. rum and protein shake. What's the best combination so far? All right. Okay. Okay. It's not bad. Is it good? No. It's not bad. It's not quite a Band-Aid. It's far from a Band-Aid, actually. It's like suntan oil. That's what I imagine sunscreen would taste like. Not a bad way. You know, I like Copper Tone. What was it? Banana Bum? Beach Bum? Beach Bum has like a banana note to it. But it's also like chapstick or whatever. It's like that SPF 40 stuff. That's not far off from that. It's not terrible. It almost tastes salty in a way. Almost like a beach. Could be a catch me as Castaway, right? Beach volleyball in a glass. I'm sweating in the sun. I've applied my sunscreen at least 30 minutes before going into the water. I'm sweating a bit into my protein shake, which I also accidentally dropped my sun bum into. And that's kind of what's in the glass. Not unpleasant. Not good.
Not bad.
But not hospitalizing. And it also tastes like rum. Did I mention it tastes like rum? There's a bit of rum in there. There's a little bit of rum in there. I'm sure it would depend on which rum that you use. I went for one of the funkier rums in our collection. There's not a big collection of rums, but I picked the one that I thought would represent the rum category. Maybe even the worst. I don't know exactly what I've done by making this particular comparison, but that's not terrible. Jamaican rum. Where's that on our list? Jam rum. That was almost as good as the vodka. Actually, that might even be, just because of that oddly specific nuanced flavor and that journey I went on, I'd say that's even better than the vodka. That might even be better than the... No, it's not better than the bourbon. All right. Vodka's been knocked down. So we are at number 6 now. Cognac is still the worst. Vodka is 5 below the bourbon, but I liked it better than the vodka, which means it's above the bourbon, which means... Oh, we're at 3 now. So this is now knocked it to 3. You're now at 4. You're down to 5. All right. Anybody else got other combination flavors out there? We still got a bit of this protein shake left. Let's just go to the bottom of the protein shake. So they say. To the bottom of the protein shake we go. What else do we have? We were thinking about what worked well so far. We had the butterscotch, which worked super duper well. We had the tequila, which I kind of liked. There's an agave note to there. Is there any other base spirits that we haven't covered that are like common? Oh, we haven't tried gin. We haven't tried gin yet. And you know what? We also haven't tried mezcal. Now, I'm not going to do that to a good bottle of mezcal. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. Gin would be wild. I'm still thinking the Kahlua, Mr. Black. But that's like a good combination. Let's think about gin. What kind of gins we got back here? I got gins. Let's do just a regular gin. I'm not trying to get fancy with everything. I got a little bottle of Bankers. Bankers London Dry. There's a regular old gin for a regular... This is the kind of thing like you're going for a workout, right? You're not trying to put in too much effort into what's supposed to be the best spirit in the glass. Just go with whatever some random internet man says. Put tequila in your protein shake. It's interesting, fun, and exciting. And definitely doesn't taste like a Band-Aid. Wake 'em up! Just as before. Just as before. I'm gonna have a hard time combining this. I'm getting some weird flavors in my mouth right now. I'm basically making a milky Long Island plus in my stomach. It's not a bad thing. It's just not the thing that maybe I want in my life. For science. Let's add some gin in there. Could it be worse? Could it be worse than the... What was the bad one? The cognac. Wow. Couldn't possibly be worse. Couldn't possibly be worse than this. Gin. Trying to stir that up as best I can. We're not stirring this one. What are we doing with this one? We're cradling this one. We're cradling gin and protein shake mixture. A milky Long Island is something nobody wants. Let's not go back to that Paper Mario cocktail one where I put white chocolate into a Long Island. It really wasn't that bad. I made a little milky Long Island, and it honestly wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. It was also balanced out with like vanilla vodka and stuff. The flavors were mixed. It was I'm not getting defensive. Wow. This is gonna sound really, really weird. That's almost bubblegummy. That's really not bad. That's even pleasant. It's like bubblegum. That's reminding me of like bubble tape bubblegum. Not completely. There are a couple other pieces missing from this for it to actually be bubblegum. But that's like mildly bubblegummy. That's not terrible. I'm surprised about that. This is surprising. Randall says hi. I say hi. Have you ever tried... I'm not going to recommend this to anybody. But have you ever tried gin in a protein shake? It's not the worst thing I've ever had. I honestly might... This is drinkable. This is really drinkable. What was the other drinkable one? The butterscotch is obviously good. Where's it? Go back to the tequila. Let's go back to the tequila. This one was also oddly drinkable. Is it more drinkable? This still smells like tequila. That's better than tequila. That's better than the tequila. Only because like it blends a bit better than the tequila does. The tequila one doesn't back down. It's a bit of a journey. It has some character to it, but it smells like tequila. It's very fully tequila. This is like a protein shake plus a little bit extra. Again, a little bit bubblegummy, but not overall distracting. It's still, you can taste the original components in there. That vanilla is not quite vanilla anymore. It's just kind of over-the-counter sugar drug, but not terrible at all. Long time no see. 100% of scotch, man. Ooh, we haven't tried a scotch in there. We got some scotch. We haven't tried a scotch. That's a good idea. We would crank things up a little bit. That's drinkable. I'm a fan of that. I'm also predisposed to gin, so I might just be a little biased there. It kind of reminds me of candy. That's wild. Let's get a scotch out here. Let's first categorize our discoveries. So, we've completely redone the scale. That, I think, is better than tequila. What was that? Gin. Specifically a London Dry. London Dry gin. We're going to put that as a 2. Knocking that down to a 3. Knocking this 3 down to a 4. Knocking this 4 down to a 5. Knocking this down to a 6. Knocking this 6 down to a 7. So let's play around with that. Let's reevaluate. Put a scotch in there. I was debating. When I thought about putting the mezcal in there and subsequently rejecting it, I was thinking, like, do we put something else that's kind of smoky in here, something kind of peaty? That might be why. That might be weird. But we're all about weird stuff in here. So let's grab a scotch out. I don't have any, like, I don't want to take any of my good scotch and put that in here, but I've got something that I bought cheap that I'm more than willing to put on the line because it's a big old bottle of it. And I bought it just so I could say that I've got scotch. I had this little thing of Inverhouse green plaid blended scotch whiskey. We're gonna see what scotch tastes like. A cheap scotch. I'm using a cheap scotch in this one. Randall says, I just got some JW Black Label about 30 minutes ago. Got some Jägermeister too. Ooh, what a combo. I remember the only time I've had any of the labels of Johnny Walker, and I think it was either a red or a black, but I know I had it in an airport and subsequently missed my flight. I don't remember which label it was, but I was happy about it, and it tasted good in whatever they served to me. And I think I just got like a whiskey sour or something before the flight happened. I have a theory, vanilla protein thingy Jaeger might work. Red is the one you said. Red is the one I said. Feels right about it. Or okay, let's try scotch and protein shake. One of these guys is gonna be a winner. I'm gonna pick a winner at the end, and let's be honest, I'm not gonna give you the obvious answer and say sweet liqueur is gonna be the one to put in there, because that's the obvious answer. We want to know, like, if you're gonna use a base spirit and actually jack up your protein shake, what's the right one to use? That's what I'm curious about. I've also kind of run out of good glasses to use, so let's do this tiny little stemless wine glass. We've got those off to the side. My ice is also looking very sad. How long have we been doing this for? We're on... spent almost an hour on this. For science. For science. That's come up to temperature. Kind of ruining the experience, but it's fine. I remember that story. Was it red? I've said this story before? I'm not even surprised. I feel like you've hit a certain point in your internet career when people start reminding you of the stories that you used to tell. Be very good. Let's take full ounce of our protein shake. Max protein, looking very frothy now. Very milky. It's possible that we're not accounting for the specific texture differences that are happening by the various different levels of liquid that exist in this protein shake container. And then we'll add half an ounce of a blended Scotch whiskey. The bourbon one wasn't particularly terrible, so this one might not be particularly terrible either. We could see about that. Vanilla protein thingy and Jaeger might work. No, fine. You know what? We'll do. Try to slightly woody. You know what? Let's try the. Let's say that I'm only willing to do this for a little bit more. Let's try Jaeger. If we're gonna try any other weird thing, let's throw something funky in there. Let's throw some Jaeger in there. That'll be the last one. Mmm. Yeah, you know what? That's not that bad either. That's not bad either. That actually gels pretty well. That vanilla in the scotch is a little complimentary. And this is not a very smoky scotch. I have one scotch that we got as a gift from the wedding that is very, very nice and smoky. It is, I cannot remember what the brand is off the top of my head, but that is nice and smoky. Not specifically like a peaty kind of smoke, but this is significantly less on that. And this is like adjusted. This is protein shake adjusted. It's a little more chemically. This is better than... Is it better than the bourbon? This one has had a chance to come up to temperature a little bit. So I'll take that into judgment. I say the bourbon's better. The bourbon is better because at least in the way that things and flavors combine together, I can still kind of taste those bourbon characters. There's enough of the bourbon there for me to know that there's bourbon without it being too muted by those vanilla, if you could even call them that, protein shake notes. And this is like, the scotch is like barely noted. It's been adjusted slightly. It's still drinkable. It's not bad to drink, but it doesn't really have much depth to it. And it's a little chemical. A little chemical. I'm running out of space over here. Let's put this in the back. We did try blended scotch. Blended scotch. Let's try one more. Where does that land on the list? It is not as good as the bourbon, which would mean it would come in at number 7. Was it better than the cognac? Yeah, this is kind of like the worst out of the okay tasting ones. Scotch. So that is a 6 now. No, this is a 7. 7, knocking the cognac down to an 8. Yeah, that's like second to last. Not terrible. Kid, welcome in, my sir. Oh, the little corgi? Oh, you're too kind. I'm so sad that the little stream alerts don't actually showcase whatever bit that you threw out there, but y'all can see the little corgi down there. That's beautiful. Welcome in, kid. I don't know if you're a working out kind of fella, but if you do work out, I wouldn't be taking notes right now. Just stay away from alcohol in general. If you want funk, mix 151 rum. That should be on the list. I got a little bit of 151 rum left. But let's keep this more or less the rum didn't do. Where was the rum on the list? That was like a 4. That wasn't too bad. Let's grab some Jaeger. I have Jaeger back here somewhere. I thought. Do I have Jaeger? I thought I did. Jaeger. Do I not have a bottle of Jaeger? I thought I totally did. 1 second, camera's looking around. Oh, Jaeger's in the closet. I know where it is. Jaeger's in the closet. Here we go. There you are. There's the Jägermeister. Woo! Hello, my old friend. There's a little dust on here. Hello there, you. Jaeger and protein shake mix. Pro tip, if you do acid while lifting the bar, it turns into a noodle. Is it a heavy noodle, though? You didn't tell me whether it's still heavy or not. That feels like an important part of the equation. This is clearly a bar that is used a lot. Clearly. The noodle bar, specifically. Let me grab another one of those glasses we got over here. What do we got? Got any funky glasses to use? None that seem small enough. Little wine-looking glass. This is fine. I am feeling a little... We are not even into the game part of the stream yet, and I'm feeling just a wee bit turnt. Just a wee bit. This is becoming very frothy. Maximum protein. I wonder if you can get the same foaming effect from like eggs or a specific foamer by using protein powder. That is a thick lad.
These?
Swedish fish? The Swedish fish are going into the herb container? Thank you.
I thought those were all
That's not herbs.
toppings.
No, they're not toppings. No, love. Can I have the Swedish fish? If you're doing some cleanup, you put the Swedish fish in a...
If you leave them downstairs, I'm gonna eat them all.
I'm gonna put these over in the in-progress ingredients pile.
There.
Thank you so much. Indeed. Brad says, this is clearly... Oh, is that the sound that Ice Cube made going into the milk. What sound did it make? I wasn't listening. Quick, rewind the tapes! I can't rewind.
You can't do that.
I can't rewind the tape. This is a live stream. You can apparently do things to rewind.
Was cognac the one that tasted like the Band-Aid?
Is cognac number 8?
Yes.
Yes.
Scotch was bad? What does Scotch taste like?
Scotch wasn't that bad. It was drinkable.
But
It wasn't the
was
worst thing. Yeah, but like it wasn't like terrible.
Okay, what was...
Jägermeister.
So Snops was best. Are you gonna do Bailey's?
No.
No?
No, this is the last one.
This is the last one?
I got a game to play.
What time is it?
It is 9:00 p.m. I made a plop sound. Ooh, the sweetest fish. No, they're Swedish, kid. They're Swedish. We don't make fun of the Swedes around here. Another interesting mix. Not as a drink. Not as a drink, but an additive. Bitters with vodka. Should taste good, too, with that protein. That's an idea. This is clearly not a good glass to be doing anything in. Did I make a... I made a mess.
You plopped it all over your thing, right?
Oh, wait. Ooh.
What is this?
Ooh!
How do I tell which ones are good?
The list on the door.
Yeah, but I have very different taste than yours. I want to try the vodka.
Go ahead. You can try it. I'll try the Jägermeister. Smells interesting so far.
Oh, this is not mixed. That's why. I was like, this tastes great.
It's also had a chance to come up to temperature, and it's not cold anymore.
It has ice in it. It's fine.
You could try it. You could try it.
Should I just swirl this?
You can, you can. I'll like to try the Jägermeister until you've made your judgment of the vodka. Thoughts? Would you like to come behind the bar? Come. Come as you are.
Hi. I just wanted to try it.
Anna's giving choice number 5 out of the top.
Tastes like a watered down cookie dough.
I agree with that. With a bite to it? It's actually probably not as bitey anymore.
I don't think it's very bitey, but then it's diluted
now. It's diluted now. It's a bit more warm. And now there's a guest star. This is my beautiful partner, Anna.
What were the other highly rated ones?
Let's see.
I am not touching tequila.
No tequila.
Where's the bourbon?
We like the gin. We like the gin.
Bourbon?
That's bourbon. Yeah, that's the bourbon. You want to try the bourbon? Give that a try. Give it a swirl. There hasn't been much work into the mixology of this. I don't know the best way to serve this yet, whether up on the rocks, just in a trash bin somewhere.
That tastes like bourbon.
Tastes like bourbon.
Tastes like
I agree with that.
That's bad.
The tequila's gonna taste like tequila.
I'm not touching tequila.
The butterscotch schnapps is gonna taste like butterscotch.
Is this the one you liked?
I did like that very much so. And it's honestly, it's still got an ice cube in there.
Yeah,
That's
they
still
all do.
Oddly good.
They all have ice cubes.
Still oddly good.
How much milk is in that protein, by the way?
How much milk? Oh, second ingredient, milk protein, concentrate. Milk protein isolate is the next
Actually,
ingredient.
this tastes like a caramel ice cream.
I think it
So
tastes
I
very
kind of
good.
like that one, but I feel like this one mixes better.
Number one.
That makes sense.
I agree with that. I agree with that.
Okay.
Would you like to try the Jägermeister first?
Can I smell it?
You can smell it.
That ain't happening.
No.
That smells like Jägermeister.
Would you like to try anything else?
What else do you got?
Rum, scotch, cognac, tequila, bourbon.
I want to
Jamaican rum.
smell the cognac.
You smell the
Where's that
cognac?
one?
Here's the cognac.
Because you said it tasted like Band-Aid.
Like a Band-Aid to me. I didn't like that one very much.
At least it's not a bloody.
Maybe I was just being too harsh. Would you like to give it a try? You could put tomato juice in it. Just call it a bloody protein shake. It's not a bloody Band-Aid. But if we add a little bit of tomato juice, some sriracha. Thoughts?
It's like a bitter. I don't know. I don't even know how to like describe that. I don't think I'm mixing it.
Is it good? Do you like it?
It's like.
Do you like this?
It's.
I'm not gonna judge you for a yes answer.
I don't think it tastes like Band-Aid.
I might be a little confused. Taste buds are, subjective.
Oh, no. It tastes like plastic. It has some plastic to it.
Oh, okay.
There's like a little bit of flexible plastic.
I couldn't have been totally off base. But this is my mixing partner, by the way. Whenever I am trying to workshop cocktails, I will wind up asking her to give it a taste just to see if I'm off base with my own predispositions. And the fact that she also agrees that it kind of tastes like plastic means I at least feel a little less nervous about what other people may think
This
about
one's
it.
growing on me.
The butterscotch one? Do you want to take it?
There's milk in these.
Yes, there's a lot of milk in
There's a lot of milk in
This
these.
is literally...
That's gonna murder me.
This is literally a milk. It contains milk sweetened with non-nutritive sweeteners.
Let me see that actually. What's a nutritive sweetener? Milk protein isolated. Milk protein. Does that mean there's... Wait, where's the thing that should tell me whether or not there's...
I would like to get to the game soon if you don't mind.
Sorry, I'm trying to find out.
I'm waiting on this Jägermeister. This better taste absolutely
I'll
delightful.
Bye. I got it. I took the hit.
This is just called... This is a respectable distance. Bye, Anna. It says bye.
Bye, chat.
This is Jägermeister. Wow, that's good.
Is it better than the other one?
I really like that. I like that. Is it better than the other one? Yes. Really? Yes, it is better than the other one. I don't know what you mean by the other one. There was 8 other options.
Scotch, you know? Oh my god. Why would I ask about anything else but
That's
top number 1?
Oddly tasty. That is oddly good. You know how I was saying that the gin is bubblegummy in a way? Was it the gin that I said was bubblegummy? The London Dry Gin was like bubblegummy. That's like a little bit better than bubblegummy. That's a shocking combination. Don't get me wrong. Jägermeister is a licoricey, sweet, herbaceous, and some would say off-putting spirits. I like Jägermeister. I know that I like Jägermeister already. I'm already predisposed to this. This, with a bit of texture and creaminess, not off-putting at all.
I mean, Jägermeister to me smells like a frat boy's basement.
And maybe I take comfort in that. This is almost minty in a way. If the gin was bubblegum-esque, this is mint bubblegum-esque. And I'm okay with that. See, now I feel like picking even weirder and bolder choices are gonna be even higher ranked. Maybe we'll have to follow up on that at some point. Midori Sour? Sure. Chartreuse? Maybe. Well, that's all I'm willing to put into this.
See, my issue is if this is for Greg.
Craig with a C? Oh my god, I can't spell.
Craig. The issue I have is if you go with the butter something scotch.
I'm not saying any of these are going into the Craig cocktail.
Yeah, but like that one tastes like ice cream.
That one tastes like ice cream?
Okay. You can't have ice cream.
No, I don't think so.
Where is the Jägermeister on the list?
I haven't. I just tried it. I haven't added it to the list yet.
I want to know before I go downstairs. Sorry, I'm being very.
Can we see this right here? Can we see that? How far are we down? We can see the scotch here? Great.
I'm gonna move it over slightly.
Brad's also talking about Luxardo, like a maraschino. I feel like maybe this could warrant a whole other conversation. What do we got? Jaeger. I think that tastes better than the gin, in my humble opinion. So that's gonna throw all of this out of whack, because I really like that. You're number 2 now. You're knocked down to 3. You're knocked down to 4. You've knocked down to 5. 5 knocked down to 6. 6 knocked down to 7.
I don't know. I like
7
the
knocked
vodka.
down to 8. 8 knocked down to 9. And honestly, that's where I'm gonna leave it at. And you know what? Jaeger's the flavor of NyQuil, but with a little fruity note, you know? And to those, now purely from what I've gotten so far, Randall, I believe it was you who said you're not imparted by gin, you know? If gin is my stand-in for the NyQuil flavor, I'd say this has a bit of an extra fruitier component to that NyQuil. So I agree with you, sir. And or madam. I know not your gender, nor does it matter here when we're drinking. I have to wonder with like 9 of these drinks in an hour, even though they're small pours, just how much net alcohol you had in an hour. Let's also not discuss the fact that I was also out with family a bit before this and definitely had at least a quarter of a bottle of sake before this.
Yeah, you did. Good job, Cameron. I'm very proud.
Let's do some cleanup over here, shall we?
What would you like help with?
Oh, we're okay over here, love.
Oh, cool.
We are okay over here.
I'm going to bed.
You're going to bed? It's 9 o'clock. It's Anna's bedtime. Let me put some of this ice back in the freezer. That was interesting. Here. This is all that I plan on exploring for this for now. But I will put out there. What do you think would go well with protein shakes? Do you drink anything in particular in your protein shakes? Is there some secret protein shake combination cocktail that you would use for your workout routine? Because if there is, please let me know. Because I'm actually quite curious over here. 1 out of 10 on the feel-good scale? 1 out of 10 on the feel-good scale? I'm feeling...
You stopped at 9 drinks? You didn't get to 10?
I'm gonna say I'm at a 4. No, 1 out of 10 on the feel-good. Like, how good we feeling? I'm like at a 4 or 5.
1 out of 10.
Or 5. You're doing pretty good. It could get worse.
Does that mean you're buzzed, or does that mean you're, like, after buzzed?
I have a noticeable amount of alcohol in my body.
Drink water.
I'll drink water. That's a good idea. Hydration is key. This is what I'll say to everybody who has the pleasure of being here in chat during the live stream. If you use !suggest, I will get a message that basically tells me exactly what it is that was just said, so I remember later. So in case we ever have a chance to go back to protein shake liqueur combinations, we could just do a whole thing on it. And that's not me trying to like shamelessly plug a Discord or anything. That's to hold me accountable because I'm gonna forget this stuff.
Yeah, you do that.
If I've already got this much alcohol in me already, who knows what the heck is going to happen. Let's put some of these guys away. I'm gonna put some of these bottles away too. I'm gonna put the Jaeger's an interesting one. I don't know if I'm gonna use this at all.
I think that one's first.
Maybe.
Because Craig to me is a frat boy.
Let me put this over on the shelf of ingredients to maybe use later. It's a maybe on that one. And clean up the rest of these. But yeah, let me know what you think would be interesting. Honestly, it doesn't even matter interesting. Honestly, you know what I really wish, because I hate myself in the best of ways.
No, you don't.
In the best of ways. You're saying I don't hate myself in the best of ways? It's in the worst of ways? Oh my goodness. I don't have, the bar with an X does not have a bottle of Malort. Jepson's Malort.
Cameron!
Oh my god, if we had Malort behind this bar.
Totally use it.
Oh my god, I totally would. The bar with an X does not have a bottle of Malort yet. I need to pick it up the next time that I am in a place that sells it, which should be sometime this year. Or, you know, Malort says Annie, that's what I'm saying. Jaeger's amazing with coconut water. I like the sound of that, Randall. I actually just got, I need to put some updates out there. I entered into one of those Instagram like giveaways and got a bottle, I got a couple of cans of this brand called, I think Coco Vita. Coco Vita, I believe is the name of the brand. But they do a coconut water rum and a coconut water vodka. And they're kind of okay. I think it would taste better to just take vodka and add it straight to coconut water, or take rum and specifically add it to coconut water. So it's like, it doesn't really land super duper well on me. But the idea of taking Jaeger with coconut water actually sounds really pleasant. And again, I'm in part biased to enjoying Jaeger. I also undisputably like the taste of licorice. So if it's licoricey, if it's anise, I'm okay with that. So that's something that I'm personally a fan of. We have all of these in, I should put these in order of like. We had butterscotch schnapps was first. We had Jaeger was second. We had London Dry Gin third. Fourth was tequila, which is second. Fifth was the Jamaican rum, which was after the cognac. Six was vodka, which was first.
That one was good.
7 was the bourbon. 8 was the scotch, which was in the back. Over here. And then 9 was the cognac, which was absolutely fucking terrible. A Band-Aid. Put these around here.
These all look like milk.
These all look like milk? It's protein shake, dude! Of course it looks like milk! These are the combinations we had. Oh my god. I missed a couple of chat things here. What do we got? Next time I'm in Chicago, I can get one. There we go. We're planning a trip to Chicago loosely. Lily can definitely get me a bottle of Malort. You have my many thanks. I will pay you back. And then we have, I need a Malort stream before August, please. New recipe to take to the coworkers. I'll definitely bring you some Malort. Are these all mixed with protein powders? Every single one of these, here was where did I had protein stuff over here. Oh, thank you so much. I don't think they don't need to be refrigerated.
Why not?
They don't need to be refrigerated. Nowhere on this bottle does it say.
Serving suggestion.
Chilled, probably.
Let me check.
So all we did is, following the recipe up there, it is 2 parts of, specifically Equate Protein Shake Max Protein. That's what I found at my local Walmart. Vanilla flavored. To the spirits that I have here. Let's do a rundown, actually. We had, it's actually on the board behind me. Vodka, bourbon, tequila, butterscotch schnapps, cognac, Jamaican rum, London Dry Gin, scotch, and Jägermeister. And I actually really like the Jägermeister. The Jägermeister is the winner in my heart. And then we had all of these in here. Brad saying, I'm taking a trip to DC. Aaron has no idea I'm dragging him out to too many liquor stores. I want to see Anna try the Jaeger mix, just a tiny sip. Anna, do you consent to trying the Jaeger mix?
Which one is that?
It is this one right over here.
Okay. I don't like Jaeger.
I kind of like that. She's not a big Jaeger fan. But she said that for herself. Who am I to take her words away from her?
Hold on a second. I have to make sure it's actually mixed.
This one actually has the most notable color to them. Well, actually, I guess the cognac kind of does too. Oh, anyway, all the aged spirits have a nice brownness to them. What?
It tastes like mint.
That's what I'm saying.
It just tastes like mint.
It's like a minty bubblegum to me.
I'm actually very surprised because it smells like Jaeger. It tastes like mint.
That is an unlikely combination. Here, let me unhide your head.
Oh. I would still
that
go. I think for
what's Anna's rating? What is your rating?
So I would have to go butterscotch schnapps.
Okay.
Vodka.
Okay.
And then I had Jaeger, and then the last one would be cognac.
Rating color. What would you say? Butterscotch schnapps?
1.
Anna's?
2.
2. What else we got?
I also had, that's 3.
3 for the Jaeger.
Oh wait, did I try the rum?
I don't remember.
One's...
Cognac was the Band-Aid.
Yeah, I know. That one's the last one. So
Last
wait.
one?
Let's remember which one I had.
You could try all of them.
I'm gonna try all of them.
That's okay. I don't want to force you to try.
Did I have... Okay, wait. We went 1, 2...
I know you tried vodka.
3.
I think you sipped the bourbon. You sipped the bourbon.
Oh, the bourbon was okay, but it's definitely not as good as Jaeger. So that one will be 4.
4.
I knew there was another one there. And then that one's 5. I think I had 5.
Okay. Anna did not try the tequila.
Oh, I did have rum.
The rum? Yeah, the rum? Yes, you did the rum. You did the rum.
I don't think I liked it then.
The rum. Better than cognac?
I'm gonna go it's probably worse than bourbon, so we're gonna give that one the 5. Because I'm not a big rum person usually, so if I'm basing it off of my usual tastings, I'm gonna go with that.
I just want to specifically acknowledge you for trying this. This is not something that you usually do, and I appreciate you for being a part of this experience.
We made, like, all sweet cocktails once. Like,
you deserve a celebration.
Do I get a Kit Kat for a good job? No. Lame. Try that again. You can do whatever you want. Thank you.
Party horns for a good partner. Good night, my love. Good night, Anna.
Good night, chat.
Chat, bar, say good night to Anna. It's the cordial thing that we can do, at least around here. She stays up for all this stuff. By the way, Anna, thank you for at least trying the Jaeger, says Randall.
It wasn't actually that bad. I'm really surprised.
Yeah.
I'm really surprised.
This is what's fun. Sometimes the Bar with an X is filmed in front of a live studio audience. That studio audience sometimes includes my partner, my married partner, and sometimes other people. It always includes you, the mighty viewer. Anyway, what the hell were we doing around here? We were playing. What is actually what we do? Chat, love you, our queen, our Disney queen. All right, let's get things back to the game. We're gonna play Dream Daddy this evening. We're gonna go back to playing Dream Daddy. What the heck were we doing around here? We're playing a game. We have a lot to catch up on. We evidently have a lot to catch up on. Let me grab this little tapestry, this little... So you know what we're sipping tonight? We're sipping water tonight. Obviously. We're also sipping things. We're gonna go in reverse order. I don't want to subject myself to the worst things. So many texts from Craig. There are so many texts from Craig. I have a feeling that he just texted us every single morning, being like, hey man, want to go for a run? Hey man, want to go for a run? Hey man, keg stands at 3? And we're like, my guy. Hey Broseph, want to get our gains on? Seriously though, have you had your protein shake left yesterday? Y'all, I might be a little buzzed. Maybe a little bit. I guess we should check this backlog from Craig before going out on a date with him. Let's try this. What do we got? Craig, what do you want? Oh, there we go. Hey dude, I've got the runs. Oh, I've got just the thing. I'll head to the store and grab you a real chunky milkshake, cherry licorice, and a book of word jumbles that I find helpful in strenuous times such as these. I feel like the cherry licorice is an ode to the Jägermeister that we just had here. In my opinion, Anna is the king, not the queen. She's the one who keeps things running smoothly there. Honestly, we wouldn't have a functioning bar or even a system of management around here without our Disney queen. What? What's this, Craig? Wouldn't that make it worse? Oh, it's not for the diarrhea. Milkshakes are just comforting. Wait, why are we talking about this? By I've got the runs, I meant that I feel like running. Want to come to the gym with me? Why do I feel less excited about that than getting you home remedies for diarrhea? Come on, man! It'll be fun! You know what? Sure. When are we doing this? There's 30 more minutes left in this Meat Hill marathon. I'm outside right now. I'm warming up. Okay. At least let me see if Betty gets away with the wolves in time to get her sopressata wrapped cheesecake out of the oven. I don't even know what a sopressata is. Can't tell if this is supposed to be sexist or progressive. LOL. Oh my god. Anna loves being the lady that she is, and I love her for that. Ew. Let's get out of here. Oh my god, is this a game? Is this... Jory, Leighton, Joseph, Craig, Cameron, Will, Ross, and Dan. Oh, those are references to the game, Grumps and the folks. Oh my god. Anyone could be king. Dude, we're all queens, we're all kings. We are all dukes of our respective fiefdoms. The gym just installed these new virtual jogging treadmills. We'll feel like we're running outdoors. You can see other runners on your screen too. Let's try it out together. Other runners? Will I be able to keep up? Don't worry, we're here to cheer each other on. I'll be right there with you. Just get a rhythm going, keep your heart rate up, but don't overexert yourself. You'll do great. Okie doke. Let's. I'm running. Oh, I'm just. Oh, maybe I'm supposed to. Am I supposed to do this faster? I think I just do this fast. Oh my god, what is this? Oh, I'm the queen making Cameron stuck at his prince, so he never outranks me. That's fair. Oh my god, here we go. Also, this minigame reminds me of Wii Fit Resort. It seriously does, though. Are there like more buttons I can click? No, it's just the spacebar. I don't like this. Pick up the pace, I'm trying to! I don't like this! Are there like other buttons I can click? I think it's just the spacebar. I'm sorry, y'all are hearing all of this. Also, I thought I saw my monitor changing around, but it's actually not my monitor. It's the actual gameplay background. Put your wrist into it. I'm using both of my hands, Annie. How does this keep going? Am I not? I feel like this is not how you. This is how you do a sprint, not a race. I'm gonna use like. Oh no! I completely lost my groove. I completely lost my groove. I'm down to one hand in it. Nope, it's not working. Okay, it has to be. I feel like there's a rhythm. I think I'm just supposed to match his pace. Maybe I'm just supposed to match his pace. I don't know if I can actually do well at this or not. Because now I'm going not as fast as I was previously. Oh, I can see water. Oh, okay, that's hot. The waterfall is quite literally sweating. It is literally sweating. This ain't bad. How long do people run for? I remember when I used to go to the gym in college, we would run for like a solid 30 minutes sometimes. And I don't like the idea of doing this for 30 whole minutes. I don't like that. Oh, I don't like this so far. I can feel the, I mean, it's a damn good thing that we drank like at least in part protein shakes before this, right? This is great. Honestly, the real winner will be us when we beat the shit out of Joseph at the front of the line. Because apparently, we're behind. Hey, man. Hey, bro. Would it be able to redeem a consume now? No. Do you want me to consume that eggplant? I have other ingredients around here. Oh, look, is that... Oh, I don't know. I thought that was Hugo. We did it. Oh, yeah! Way to go! Thank you. I didn't like that in the least bit.
Welcome. You've got dads.
I mean, that was great. Is he just gonna invite me out for more running? Does this raise my social link with him? Let's just go through all of them. Hello, man, his dad. It's me, your friend Craig, who loves sports. I have nice and smart children who are good at computers. Aw, man, great to hear from you, buddy. What's up? I'm still strong. Strong. I'm strong. Don't I know it? Say, I've been reading up about whey protein and equate max protein shakes. Should I be drinking that with tequila, vodka? Should I be drinking it with alcohol at all? I'm trying to develop my muscle, but also still maintain my rep. Yes, I know what that is, and I'd actually recommend Jägermeister. My children are having a tea party, and they wanted to invite Amanda, but we can't find her on here. You're also invited. Physical invitation to follow. Cool. I'd love to come. I'll let Amanda know. Thank you, Amanda's dad. I feel like this is one of the kids. No way, man. No way, man. None of that stuff, man. Gas is cheaper in the burbs. Oh, dude, these butterscotch schnapps. That's delicious. Coffee time! You know dads love coffee. Gonna brew myself something black as midnight on a moonless night. I put on a fresh pot and work on a few word jumbles while I wait for it to brew. Hey! This one spells sorrow. Dad, ready for today? I'm ready for every day, sweetie. I'm gonna tackle it head on with butterscotch schnapps and a thing of boost. No, are you ready for the thing that we're gonna do today? The thing that you promised you'd do? Honey, I already told you that I'm not gonna throw away my Tom Clancy novels. Rainbow Six Siege is wonderful. In video game form, I suppose. I've never actually played it before. They're just stacked in the living room. I keep bumping into them and knocking them over and you don't even read them. Wait, no, that's not what I'm here about. The tea party, Dad. No, I don't remember that. Craig's kids. That hand-drawn invitation. Amanda walks over to the refrigerator and comes back with a hand-drawn invitation on a sheet of computer paper, inviting Amanda and Amanda's dad to a tea party. They spelled cordially wrong. Just put on some going outside pants. Let's get going. I can go outside in sweatpants. Nothing's stopping me. Dad, just... Doug! I'll see you in a minute. Fuck authority! Screw the man! I'm wearing joggers. I'm sure Craig's dad will appreciate it. Craig's daughter's dad will appreciate it. What did I say about the pants? I'm a rebel, sweetie. Whatever. I'm sure it'll be fine. Oh. Hello! Thank you for coming to our tea party! I do my best to bow. And I present to you my daughter! This way, please. Briar and Hazel leads us to a small table with tiny chairs. Some are occupied by stuffed animals, and Matt and his daughter Carmencita are here as well. Sweatpants and a blazer with a button-up shirt. Mood. Matt raises a comically small plastic teacup to me. Hey, dude. How's the tea? The imaginary tea is absolutely wonderful. I taste a hint of lemongrass. Hello, Carmencita. Hello, Mr. Amanda's dad. Did you just wake up? No. Why would you think that? Those are inside pants. Daughter. Please have a seat. I sit down between Amanda and Matt, drink in hand, obviously, as one cordially does. I don't think I'm gonna be able to get out of this chair. Shit.
Hey.
Hi, everyone. Oh my god, it's Brian. Love that man. I turn to see Daisy and Brian enter the backyard and take a seat next to us. Sorry we're late. Daisy made me put on my going outside pants. Amanda punches me on the shoulder. Ouch. Daughter. See? Oh. So you approve of cargo shorts where they're on Brian, but not when they're on me? Should have put on the outside pants. Dad, you're embarrassing me at the tea party. This is a high-class affair. But... Shh. It's about to start. Thank you all for taking time out of your busy schedules for some high tea. Actually, it's a common misconception that high tea was appreciated by nobles. I learned that from Damien! Dad, shut up! Fine. Now if you'll all put on your designated tiaras. There are little tiaras sitting on everyone's plates. Well, except for Brian's. His is a softball helmet. What a coincidence. I definitely have something like a tiara. Hey, we ran out of tiaras. Gonna have to use the party hat, which I can't seem to put on my head. There we go. I don't think this is gonna fit me, but I appreciate the thought. Dad, you're royalty. Please act like it. Brian tries to balance the ill-fitting softball helmet on top of his head, but it immediately tumbles off and into the bushes. I'll get that later. Hey, everybody! Craig comes out with a teapot and a tray of sandwich cookies. Dad, is the tea ready? Yeah, it's been steeping for a while now. Awesome. Would you girls like to serve your guests tea? No, thank you. We'd much appreciate our servants' help. Craig leans over to me.
Oh.
That's me. Craig places teacups in front of all of us and a single sandwich onto each of our plates. Lovely. He pours some tea into my cup. Awfully fluorescent for tea. I clink my cup with Matt's. That last one was the Jaeger, by the way.
Hey.
Good lemonade. It's tea.
Oh.
Right. Very good tea. I lean over to Amanda, who's happily enjoying her tea. So, what do we do at tea parties? We enjoy the splendors of upper-class society, father. She takes a dainty bite out of her sandwich cookie. Marvelous. So, the meeting of princesses has finally been called to order. Hear, hear! But I'm a warrior princess. I hunt and stuff, and I have, like, a really cool sword. Yeah. Can I be a space princess? I'll allow it. And I'll be rockstar princess. I'm also space princess. Can there be more than one? Space is pretty big, don't you think? I changed my mind. I want to be space princess too. Dad, what are you? Can I be a princess? Well, I guess that makes me Hacker Princess, History Channel Princess, Rude Boy Princess. I am Hacker Man, one who hacks. I surf the information superhighway on my cyberdeck, hacking into mainframes and unleashing havoc on the megacores of the dystopian Neo-Metropolis. I'm a cyberpunk princess. A cyberpunk princess. I also rollerblade everywhere. I think I'll be a landscaper and general contracting princess.
Hey.
Barista princess, reporting for duty.
Hey.
Hey everybody, CrossFit princess here. Not now, servant. If it weren't for the princess uprising, it would be you serving me. We sip tea for a little while longer. And the girls run off to fight silent dinosaurs as space rock star warrior princesses. I think. I had to kind of cobble that together myself anyways. They grew up so fast. It was like yesterday that I was helping Amanda throw her own tea parties. Did she make you a servant too? You betcha. Carmencita made me actually brew tea for hers. Pitfalls of owning a coffee shop.
Oh.
Pitfall? Your custom blends are amazing. That hibiscus one you gave me a while back was choice, dude.
Hey.
Aw, thanks.
Hey.
It's really nice the girls are getting along. Yeah, I'm really glad we moved into this community.
Oh.
We are too. Amanda's been kind of a role model for them, you know? I hadn't even realized. I don't even know if Amanda does either, but I guess they're right. All the girls in the neighborhood look up to her. She seems to go out of her way to play with them. Aw. I'm so proud of her. You better not proud dad cry at this tea party, Cameron. Don't do it! I brought extra word jumbles. If anybody wants to kill some time while the girls play. And so we did. Jumble our words continually. As the day rolls on, the girls get tuckered out. Amanda spends the whole day playing with them and taking their pictures, promising that she'll send them the best ones later. We all clean up and help put away the tea sets and tables, then head out as Daisy and Carmencita fall asleep on their dad's shoulders. Excuse me.
Oh.
Take care, guys. Thanks for coming. Bye, Hacker Princess. Goodbye, girls. You want dinner? Nah, I filled up on cookies. Me too. I'm tired. Dude, same. Playing with a bunch of little kids who all simultaneously want your attention and approval is surprisingly exhausting. But in a good way? But also in kind of a scary way? How so? I feel like I gotta be on my best behavior for them. I don't want to let them down. Is this because you still feel bad about dropping the F-bomb in front of your cousin that one time? I corrupted her, Dad! She's secondhand smokes now. Well, those kids really look up to you. I'm glad they have you as a role model. Shucks, Pops. I ruffle Amanda's hair, and subsequently, the tiara that is still within it. Practice makes permanent. It does. Not perfect, though.
You've got dads.
Where's the other Craig message? There's one more Craig. We haven't even got on a date with him yet. Hey, buddy, I have a favor to ask. Robert invited me over for dinner, and I know it's kind of faux pas to invite another bro, but I've known the guy for years. I still can't get a good read on him, and I know it's gonna be super awkward if I go by myself. You please come with me? Egg, 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 sweat, sweat, smile. I love food. I especially love food that is free. And I don't know why you're so sweaty over cooking, but okay. Yeah, dude, I'm down. Thank you. Praise, sweat. I really hope that's sweat of relief and not, I guess, other types of sweat. The sweat that dripped into the cognac and muscle milk. Not muscle milk, protein shake. Doesn't sound too bad. I could definitely go for free food, but why is Craig being so apprehensive? Does he know something that Robert and I don't? I hurry up and reply before my dad brain can work itself into a paranoia spiral. Thank you. Oh, yeah, no, yeah, dude, I'm dead. We've already seen this one. Craig and I decided to meet up before heading over to Robert's place. Butterscotch and protein shake. Not bad. It's time to enjoy our real prize. Craig's waiting on the porch, bottle of white wine in hand. For Robert's place?
Bro.
Cameron, boy! I'm glad to see you. Likewise, man. Classy of you to bring wine. Oh, it's not wine. It's sparkling apple cider. Robert literally has a wine cellar, so I think he's good. He's a wine cellar? He's a whiskey guy. Porque no los dos? Y tres. Because the cider too, you know? Wow. Or at least I think he has a wine cellar. I'm genuinely unsure if he was telling the truth or not. I can never tell with him.
Oh.
Thank God it's not just me. I truly never know. He's so deadpan about everything. I usually just laugh it off, but man, that guy's an enigma. We start walking over to Robert's house. Randall said just did Jaeger over coffee chocolate chip gelato. Ooh. Oh, that's a combo, Randall. I feel like Jaeger and chocolate is an underrated combination. I've never actually tried it myself, though. Ugh. With the chocolate, though. I salute that. Chocolate chip. Coffee chocolate chip specifically. Does Robert even know how to cook? Does he know the wonder of gelato? Does he even know what a Jägermeister is? It's a hunting master in German. Or master of the hunt, I suppose. I've got sincere doubts about whether he even knows how to shave properly or iron his shirts. I feel like you learn to cook after you learn those two things first. One time I saw him grab a hot dog from a trash can. I mean, it was at the very top of the trash can, like sitting above it. But still, if he were on trial, I think the jury would define that as in the trash. In his defense, I've definitely considered grabbing food from the top of the trash before. Well, yeah, I think we've all considered it, but the difference is that Robert actually did it. I saw it. My own two eyes. Well, true. Maybe he's the enlightened one. Maybe we're the ones that are holding ourselves back from truly knowing the beauty of gelato Jaeger and the creamy combination that it bestows upon our taste buds. We'll never know. Randall is clearly the enlightened one among the rest of us. We arrive at Robert's house and we ring-a-ling the doorbell, but the doorbell just won't chime. Must be broken. Craig knocks the door a few times. Since when does Robert have a dog? I don't know. That's weird. We know he has a dog. But I guess we haven't gotten to that part of the date yet. I can hear Robert just inside. 1 second. Oh my god, I gotta get into this. 1 second. This is uncharted territory. Cameron, what if he's the one making barking noises and there is no dog? Don't say that. We're not even inside yet.
Oh.
Finally, the door opens. Robert looks a little surprised to see me.
Oh.
Cameron, didn't know you'd be tagging along.
I don't know.
Did Craig not tell Robert I was coming? Come on, Craig. What the heck, bro? I can see you sweating right there. I see you sweating, bro. Catch you sweating. I can leave if there's not... No, it's fine. Come on in. Away we go. Y'all got coffee? I got Jaeger. We enter Robert's living room, which is surprisingly really nice. Super messy, but still nice. And I can see a bottle of brandy. I can see various different bottles of potentially port wines and otherwise. Maybe some dry curacao on the bottom, like over there. Maybe some labeled whiskey or stuff. Make yourselves at home. We can still hear barking from the other room. I didn't know you have a dog, Robert. Oh yeah, that's Betsy. Have to put her up when guests are over. She'll calm down in a bit. What kind of dog is she? Pitbull. Rescued her from a dogfighting ring a few years back. She hates strangers. If I let her out now, right now, I would probably have to take you both to the ER. Greg and I kind of like make eye contact for a very moment. He raises an eyebrow at me. Oh, okay. Anyways, dinner should be ready in a minute. Hope you guys like osobuco. Robert leaves the room, presumably to go to the kitchen. Craig leans in and he whispers, Was the dog fighting thing real? Or was he kidding? I don't know.
Hey.
What's osobuco? I don't know! Did he make up that word? Until I have buco in front of me, we can only assume so. Sit in silence for a second, taking in Robert's living room. Are we about to get sawed? Nah. Usually you wake up in those situations. We voluntarily walked into this one. Robert finally walks back into the room, and with him, a box of dark chocolates and Jägermeister. In addition to the osobuco. Definitely will be doing that again, says Randall. If not, then add it to the must-try. This was... Wait, I got this one. Jaeger and coffee chocolate chip gelato. Did I get my message? Is that working? Hell yeah, it worked. Perfect. Now I shan't forget. Robert walks into the room carrying 3 paper plates of steaming food like a waiter. And clearly, Jägermeister. I don't have a dining table. Don't trust them. So we're eating here.
Hey.
Also, I don't have real people plates. Hope that's okay. Robert sets plates in front of us on a coffee table. I still can't really tell what it is. I mean, it looks like meat. The osobuco, I mean. Lots of sauce. Maybe. Might contain the Jaeger. I can kind of make out some vegetables. Seemingly not predisposed to the Jaeger. I think that might be rice. Could also be pasta. Could also be cicada guts. I have industry knowledge that says that the inside of cicadas looks like rice. Guess there's only one way to find out. Take a bite. And subsequently a sip.
Nice.
Oh my god! I take another bite. The medley of flavors in the dish is just absolutely amazing. The meat's so tender, and the risotto, I think that's what it is. It's so creamy. Robert, this is really incredible. You cooked this? I fished it out of a dumpster behind a restaurant. Or at least I think it was a restaurant. Can you believe people just throw this stuff away? I almost gag.
Hey.
I'm kidding. I look over at Craig, who looks wary, but still has his mouth full. Gives him a thumbs up. Glad you like it. Where'd you learn how to cook like this? Worked at a restaurant in Spain for a hot second. Is he messing with us? I decided to play along a bit. You lived in Spain? After I dropped out of college, I went backpacking through Europe, crashing on couches, sleeping in hostels, wherever. Totally broke. Worked a couple of odd jobs wherever I could scrape together some cash. One night, I'm eating dinner at this little restaurant just outside of Madrid. I go to pay and realize I spent the last of my money on booze that night before. I'm in the middle of the ditching when the manager catches me and puts me to work in the kitchen. Long story short, they ended up liking me so much, they offered me a job. Why not, right? Started living with some distant relatives on my ma's side. Over the course of 2 years, I worked my way up from busboy to sous chef. Learned a lot along the way. Craig and I wait for the punchline. What night watchman did he swindle to get back to the States? Who did he con in a game of poker in the back room of a speakeasy for safe passage in the crew quarters of a cargo ship? Anyway, I still love to cook. I don't really know what's real anymore, but this food's so good, I don't even care. That's amazing. amazing. It really is. To be totally honest, I wasn't expecting exactly gourmet cooking here, especially not served on paper plates. I don't care much about presentation. If the food is good, it should speak for itself. This osobuco is screaming for itself. And paper plates are just as good as regular plates, if you double them up. Hey, is it bad if I ask for seconds? Help yourself. But save room for dessert. I made lemonberry savarin.
Oh.
Well, aren't you just full of... Craig looks over at me.
Bro.
Surprises. Robert winks. You bet I am.
Oh.
You can come over for dinner anytime.
Hey.
Craig.
Hmm.
I'm gonna go get seconds. Me too! After consuming way more osobuco than my body could handle, and then really ensuring a later food coma with a generous serving of whatever savarin was, Craig and I decide to head on out of there. Thanks for coming. I'm making an attempt to be more social. Well, we're always happy to stop by if you want company. Especially if there's osobuco involved. That went well. Food with Robert and Craig?
You've got that.
Unexpected Robert voice. I was not expecting to do that. Now let's go on an actual date with Craig. Randall saying, there's an idea for a show. What goes well with different ice creams or gelato? Next time I get some, I want to try Jaeger on butter pecan ice cream. That's going to be an interesting one. I'm actually not predisposed to butter pecan. There is something about... Well, no. I'm getting myself mixed up. I'm not a fan of hazelnut. Pecan is wonderful. Butter pecan... I don't really know too much about. Randall, if you give that a try, please feel free to come back and let us know how that was for you. That might be my excuse to go out. There's an ice cream place that's near us that does a bunch of different flavors. Butter pecan is definitely on there, and if you say it's good, we'll just bring it back and give it a try. Just put some Jaeger on it. We'll come back to the bar. We'll see how it tastes. And it's tasty. That's downright tasty. All right. Craig's favorite movie genre is buddy cop movies. Ideal date, scaling a huge dangerous mountain. What do you never leave home without? An extra tube of energy gel. And the mile time used to be so good, he says. What happened? Has he peaked? Hopefully we'll find out. The next muscle milk... I don't know why I keep calling it muscle milk. That was the milk that was messaged in the video that I watched that introduced me to this concept. The next... Equate protein shake, max protein, and spirit combination number 3. The gin. I wonder what Craig's up to today. I navigate to Craig's dad book page and type out a message. Hey bro, or should I say neighbor, let's catch up like old times. A couple of moments pass before I hear a ding on the computer. It's a message from Craig, which was actually very quick. Bro, my man! Let's definitely hang out soon. Might be a little different from our old weekend-long benders, but it'll still be fun. I think for a moment. This could be a fun opportunity to see my old buddy in his new element. We exchange a couple more messages and he logs off to prep for the game. I should see if Amanda wants to join me. I'll walk over to Amanda's room and knock on the door. Yo, Amanda Panda! I open the door and find Amanda sitting cross-legged on the floor, surrounded by magazines and newspaper clippings. She seems to be making some sort of art piece. What you working on?
Oh.
Just a collage for class. We're supposed to be making a piece that represents our goals for the future. I take a closer look at her collage. That's a lot of dogs.
It's mostly dogs. Yeah. Did you need something?
Craig invited us to a softball game. You want to go out?
Oh. Remember that one time you signed me up for softball and you bought me all the gear, took me to the first game, and then someone hit a ball toward me and I just ran off of the field crying?
Oh, and then you hid in the dugout and would scream if I tried to pick you up? Yes.
I was afraid of baseballs. I thought you were a gigantic sentient softball.
So does that mean you don't want to go? Amanda gets up and looks me dead in the eyes, determined.
I'm definitely ready to face this head on. Let's do this.
And off they go, to the tracks. Imagine good bourbon, over some moose tracks and ice cream, says Randall. That's like, what is it? What's the flavor combo? Something bourbon? Something bourbon is like the ice cream flavor that you can get at some places. I don't remember what it was. I was actually thinking of this the other day. I couldn't remember what the bourbon part of it was. It was bourbon something or other. Bourbon sugar or something. Amanda and I make the short drive out to the local softball field. For a kid's softball game, it's pretty packed. We clamber up the bleachers and take our seats on the top row, and I don't see Craig anywhere.
Aww.
So when do the kids start crying and running off the field?
You know that your relationship with softball is different from everybody else's relationship with softball, right? It's not just universal.
Okay, but if I don't see some kids cry, I'm gonna be pretty disappointed. For nostalgia purposes, of course. Not because I take joy out of children fighting for my amusement. Definitely not that.
The game starts and the kids run onto the field. I see Craig by the dugout with a clipboard. He has River strapped to his chest, as per usual. There's a guy in a pancake costume doing jumping jacks across the field. I'm gonna take a guess and say that's probably the mascot. Reading the kids' brightly colored jerseys, I see that it's the Maple Bay Flapjacks against the Pinewood Ocelots. Go Flapjacks.
I don't know.
Chuck up on the bat, Miranda!
Yeah, Miranda, square up!
How much do you know about softball?
Enough to know that the balls are relatively hard, despite their name. But yelling is fun.
Yeah.
Give it a shot. It's cathartic.
Keep your eye on the ball. It's important that you're having fun. What are you willing to sacrifice to win? What are you willing to sacrifice to win? Leave it on the field, Miranda. If you want this, you're going to have to bleed for it. Who I assume to be Miranda's father gives me a dirty look. I shoot it back at him. That attitude isn't going to bring Miranda to number 1, bud. D1, Division 1.
Dad, please don't fight any other dads while we're out here.
We watch a couple innings of softball. They aren't ready for the major leagues yet, but Craig's trained his team pretty well. Seems like he's really, really good with kids. Kegstand Craig is good with children. Whoa.
It's amazing how hard they're hitting the ball and how no one has run off the field crying yet.
Amanda, dear, you have to let that go.
Let what go? I'm perfectly fine.
The opposing team is up to bat. They hit a fly ball out into the center field. The tiny little girl tries to get under the ball, but it misses her glove and hits her straight in the forehead.
See? It's a completely justifiable fear!
The girl plops down to the grass and starts crying. Craig makes a beeline to her, checking her forehead, comforting her until her parents arrive. He carries her off the field as she sobs. Man, it's kind of strange to think about how this was the guy who once backflipped off of a roof and into a pool while shotgunning a beer. He's so responsible now. Unlike some of the rest of us. Randall says that Moose Tracks ice cream is caramel and mini chocolate peanut butter cups and chocolate chips and vanilla iced cream. Combining that, potentially, with Jägermeister. I feel like there's just a lot of opportunities for Jägermeister that go undone. There's a guy on YouTube, TikTok and stuff. The unemployed wine guy is like exactly what we're describing here. Taking Jägermeister and trying with things. Oh, bourbon, not Jaeger. Well, in my defense, imagine everything of all these combinations with Malort. Malort's the one, and I think he's pretty much done all of it. Bourbon, not Jaeger. Bourbon with the Moose Tracks. Bourbon with the Moose Tracks. Bourbon with the Moose Tracks. B-Bon with Moose Tracks. We've got it down. The game resumes. The softball game, I mean. After the girl calms down a bit and we watch a couple more innings, Craig's team is absolutely crushing the other team. In the 9th inning, the Ocelots seem to have given up by this point, and I see one outfielder eating fistfuls of grass. That's kind of like what I used to do. Except not grass. Just dirt. With popcorn. A batter on the other team knocks a foul ball into the stands, and I follow the trajectory, and... oh, it's coming right for me! No. I close my eyes and brace for the impacts! I open my eyes and look over to see Amanda holding the softball, staring at it in amazement.
I caught the ball.
You saved me. I caught the ball! Dad! Dad, I caught the ball! You did it, Amanda! I faced my fears! I defeated the softball! I can do anything! Amanda and I share a big ol' hug. It's a tender moment that I don't think anyone else watching really understood. I'm proud of you, kiddo. The game ends and Craig's team are declared the victors, and we sit patiently as the girls line up to shake hands. Great job, everyone! We walk over to the dugout to congratulate Craig, who's talking with some of the parents. Craig! Yo, great work, man! Thanks! We've been working hard all season, and it's great to see it paying off. I'm so proud of all my girls. Speaking of which, have you met Briar and Hazel? Yes, Craig. Yes, we have. Hello! Hello. Hey! A killer playing out there. Yeah, you guys rule. Thank you. Thank you. You guys are twins, right? Huh? So, which one of you is the evil one? Hazel. Yeah, it's me. Good, looking out. Do you guys ever pretend to be each other? I don't have a twin, but I think if I did, I'd be doing that constantly. Yeah, I take all of her math tests. And I usually throw rocks at stuff, and when people get mad, I tell them I'm Briar. What?
Oh.
We're gonna talk about this later. Cameron, bro, I just got a couple more things to clean up, and then we can hang. Sounds good. Just then, one of the moms jumps into the conversation. Not so fast. We have to celebrate our win, Craig. I'm taking the whole team out for get pizza.
Oh, man.
Oh, I don't know if I can.
Nonsense! The girls won! What sort of celebration could we have without a fearless leader?
She lays her hand on his shoulder, gives him goo-goo eyes. His mom is really laying it on thick. Amanda and I kind of share a look.
Oh.
All right. Is it cool if my bro comes along? Mom looks slightly put out, but covers it up with a smile. Of course!
Where are we going? Thirsty's Pizza?
What?
What? It's a real place.
Thirsty mom, going after single dad. Thirsty, because he's like attractive and like hot. Maybe. An endless stream of girls clad in softball gear pile out of a minivan and into a local pizza buffet, which is actually called Thirsty's Pizza. Amanda and I trail behind them with Craig. Huh. Reminds me of all the awful pizza we put in our bodies back in the day. Remember how we used to just fold whole pies in half and then put taco fillings inside? Pizzacos. I can never forget. Can't forget those days. How did we survive college? Our bodies were younger back then, more elastic, more able to handle the toxic waste we put inside of us. The good old days. The kids run around, playing in arcade games, eating greasy food. Amanda and I jump on a couple slices of mediocre pizza. Hey, give me a pizza, Dad.
What? No, absolutely not.
Just kidding. I'm strictly eating salad here. Thanks for, dressing the issue, Amanda.
Dad!
A different mom walks up to us, talking to Craig as if we weren't even there.
Craig, thank you so much for looking after our kids. My daughter tells me every day about how great you are.
No, I'm happy to look after them. Definitely helps that I have kids of my own.
It's been so hard since Daniel left. I'm glad to know that my children have a strong
Male role model. There's still a party hat. There's still a party hat in my head. I'm gonna just keep it there.
a strong male role model in their lives.
Amanda and I are looking at each other again. Craig gets it from all angles, isn't he? Craig smiles sheepishly.
I don't know.
Thank you so much, dude. Craig holds his fist up for a fist bump from the mom in what I think is a maneuver to lighten the conversation. He looks super uncomfortable. I should throw him a bone here. Create a diversion, tag team with Amanda, smokescreen Martha. All right, we're going back to my wingman days. I gotta run the blocking play. So, also Martha. Must get lonely without Daniel, you know? I also happen to be an eligible single father. I waggle my eyebrows at her. Pass. I remember that working better in the past. She turns her back on me to continue talking to Craig. Even River's eyes are just not having it. Oh, so I'm taking Weasel and Briar tonight for the sleepover? Yep, they're pretty excited about it. You'll keep them out of trouble, right? Of course, but I can always use help watching after everyone tonight if you're not doing anything. Wow. This lady's really going for the gold.
Nice.
It'll actually be nice to have a night to myself and River, but thanks for the invite. Martha, you might want to grab your child. She's stuffing pizza into a coin slot. Martha angrily turns her attention toward her daughter. Tiffany, not another arcade machine! I swear we have to buy it! Martha storms off towards her kid. She seems nice. Yeah, the team is one big weird family. Takes all sorts, right? Tiffany, don't eat the tokens!
Oh.
Tiffany's a stellar hitter. I finally think I have time to talk to Craig now. Man, you're a busy guy, huh?
Nice.
Only on days like today, I hope. Dad! Hey, girls. Dad, can you help us beat our record on DDR? We told Ariana's dad that you could destroy him on the dance mat. Please help.
Oh.
Girls, you know I don't have my jukes anymore. But Dad! Craig looks at me. It's like a hurt little puppy.
Oh.
Sorry, dudes. Duty calls. I promise we'll catch up in a bit. It's all good, buddy. Craig rides off with his daughters, and I'm left alone with mine. Hey, daughter. Man, I was really hoping to hang out with Craig more today. Seems like he's getting dragged in every direction. It definitely wasn't like this in college. Significantly less kids, significantly less thirsty moms, or potentially the exact same number of thirsty moms as before. But now we're aware of more of them. I feel like we might be the third wheel here, Amanda.
There's worse places than an arcade to be left to your own devices.
You're right. Want to drop some coin on pinball?
You know it.
Amanda and I pull up to a machine that's pretty hot and get to work. Feeling pretty hot. Getting to work. I'm a little rusty, but the pinball wizard within me will never die. I pull out a decent score and then challenge Amanda to top mine. And immediately, she gets the multi-ball. And she takes after her father. That's what she does. Apple doesn't fall very far from the pinball tree. You're pretty good.
Don't patronize me.
Hey, I'm just trying to pay a comp. Amanda shushes me. Shh. She's in her zen zone. She fights valiantly, racking up points by the millions. She's this close to beating my score, but I feel honored just being able to watch the experience.
You're not friends with Craig, right?
Janet, Janet from earlier, walks up and leans on the pinball machine. Yeah, we went to college together.
Please don't lean on my thing.
Oh, that's so interesting. So, do you know if he's, available? Oh, I don't know if I could say.
Seriously, you're gonna make it tilt.
Because it's just, it seems like so much work to watch after his kids, don't you? Don't you think it would be great if he...
Lady, I swear to God.
All of a sudden, a buzzer sounds. The game is over. Janet made the pinball machine tilt.
You stone harpy!
What?
I said I have to go over there now and put pizza in my mouth so I don't say anything that'll hurt your feelings.
Amanda.
Bro.
What's going on? Now's our chance. If we don't get out of here now, we're stuck for the rest of the night. I wrangle Amanda and say some quick goodbyes with Craig, and we head out of the pizza place. Finally! Amanda promises that she'll keep the couch warm for me. She heads on home. Yes. Hope you don't mind me bringing you back here, bro. Not at all, dude. It's good to finally get you all to myself for a second. River burps. Probably a lot higher pitched than whatever thing that I just essenced out of my mouth. Well, almost to myself. Hold up. Craig walks over to the trunk of his car and pulls out 2 gloves and a softball. Up for some catch? This might be less catch and more you throwing the ball and me running after it. But sure. We stand in the middle of the empty baseball diamond and start tossing the ball back and forth and back and forth. I have a cooler in my car that we could grab, but there's only juice boxes in there. Man, fatherhood is strange. You're telling me. I can't believe I'm looking back on my kegstand Craig days and reminiscing about it. Those are some good times. Catch a softball. I don't know anyone else who could pull off the rare horizontal kegstand. It was a feat of discipline, bro. Trust me. I haven't properly hung out with Craig in so long, I don't even know where to begin. Ask about coaching softball. Ask about the business. The business? I think he really wants to talk about his kids. He loves his kids, you know? Clearly. I can't believe you're a father of 3. Neither can I. You know me. I'm an indecisive person. You switched your major 4 times. Yeah, I had no idea what I wanted to do with my life, but raising kids... Briar and Hazel were born. It all finally made sense. It was like all the time I had spent trying to figure out things led to them. I couldn't be happier about it. I don't think I've ever cared about anything as much as I care about them. I had the exact same feeling when Amanda was born. It was the best thing to ever happen to me. It could be the only thing that ever happened to me, and I would still be proud of the life I lived. Coaching softball? Ask about the business? About softball, you like that, right? So is softball coach the life you wanted? Or was it the life that was thrust upon you? I'll admit, I was hesitant at first. Briar and Hazel had so much energy that we just had to get them into sports, but no one was there to run the team. The more I did it, the more I saw how much it meant to all the girls. I'm worried there'd be a riot if I quit. I would also be afraid of a bunch of tiny children with metal bats.
I don't know.
They're quick. They work as a team. I've trained them too well. They take you down like a pack of velociraptors on a T-Rex. Exactly. How about the business? So you run a business now?
Hey.
Yep. We sell fitness gear, imports and exports mostly, but we're coming up with our own line of athleisure wear soon. I nod. I mostly use sweatpants for watching TV, and not, sweating. Sounds like he'd make a killing. If you ever need athletic gear, I've got your back. You could sponsor me. I'll rip your athleisure wear brand while I mow my lawn. Or live stream on the internet. That is a glamorous lifestyle we're catering to. Yes. It's nice out here. Quiet. Must be good to get away from the softball moms for a bit, huh? Christ. Janet? Yeah, that was a lot. Are they always like that?
Nice.
Actually, this wasn't nearly as bad. Yikes.
I don't know.
I'm just so not interested. Well, what are you interested in? Peace and quiet. That hot silence really gets the motors rolling. My ultimate sexual fantasy is sleeping in on a Saturday. Bro. But more seriously, I just can't get back into dating right now. I couldn't even if I wanted to. There's just no time. And I feel so uncomfortable trying to introduce a stranger into my girls' lives. They've already been through so much. I can't put them through that. Buddy, I hear you. So, the moms can hit on me all they want, but the girls are my top priority. You're doing a great job. The right person will come along. Hit softballs. Hit softballs. Don't get hit on by moms. I feel like validation is key here. Dude, you're doing a great job. Those kids love you. And to add to that, the whole team loves you. I don't think you got this dad thing down right. I think you got this dad thing down right. Thanks, bro. That means a lot. Coming from you. While I'm distracted, I miss the softball and hits me right on the head. Right in my noggin. Wow. That hurts. Amanda was right all along. So Sorry, dude. Craig runs up over to me. Are you okay? Yeah, I'm fine. I'm fine. Wait. Let me do the dad thing for a second. Craig spends a moment examining my head. It's worse than I thought. Don't tell me you have to kiss it to make it better.
Hey.
You would be so lucky. River is not amused. That was planned. I mean, kissing is for the weak. That was planned. I feel like any of these options are going in the wrong direction, but that was planned. You probably don't teach the more advanced techniques to the little leaguers, but Babe Ruth used to catch balls with his teeth all the time. I still got it.
Oh.
Maybe they learn in high school. I get up and I dust myself off. River yawns. Hey, little buddy. Must be getting tired, huh? I hate to see it, but I should probably head out. Sorry things are so... As you get older, life just kind of gets in the way, huh? We start walking back to the parking lot. Hey, remember that one house party we went to that got broken up by a helicopter? Bro, how could I forget? You and me hopped over a concrete wall to get away. But the other side of the fence was a parking lot where a bunch of cops were parked. Oh man, yeah. Could you imagine the look on our faces? We just walked straight past them, like we were out for a stroll. And, not knowing that we were at the party, they started joking with us about how big of a bust it was. We had to talk with them for 30 minutes. You told them that you were interested in joining the academy.
Hey.
And then they started giving me pointers for the exam! Longest 30 minutes of my life, dude. Man. College. Good old days, right? We get back to our cars. Craig pulls me into a hug. Or at least, as much as we can manage with a baby between us.
Oh.
Never enough time, huh? Guess not.
Oh.
Let me make it up to you. Let's hang soon. Yeah? I'd like that. And so it goes. Hang on. As I walk through the door, spotting Amanda hunched over her collage, glue stick in hand. Burning the midnight art oil.
Figured I might do something productive between episodes of Shark Hunter lip sync battles.
Do the Sharps lip sync? Or do the Shark Hunters lip sync?
Yes.
I look over her shoulder at the collage. Amanda! Oh, this is some good art! Look at this good art you made! That's really good art! There's never a gooder art in the world I've ever seen! No! This is the goodest.
Thanks. I'm just about done.
Like before, it's still a lot of dogs. In one corner, a pile of cash. In the other, it's... Amanda, is that me?
Yep. The whole thing is about my goals for the future. And those are basically just to sit on a giant pile of money with my 20 dogs and also have a strong and mutually supportive relationship with my father into adulthood.
Oh, now you've done it. Get ready to watch your dad cry. Here it comes. It's coming. It's happening. It's happening right now. I'm just acting. I can't produce tears on command.
Aw, Dad.
You did this. With your good art. With your goodest art. With your gooder than goodest art. Daughter. Goodest daughter. Pats me in the back.
Hey, how was your hang with Craig?
Wipe a tear from my eye. It was good. Craig guy sure is busy. Busy guy.
Yeah, dude. The softball life isn't for quitters.
Also, I'm really, really proud of you for facing your fears today. How does it feel?
I'm on top of the world, Pops. I should start facing my fears more often.
Oh yeah? How about tomorrow we hit some empty parking lots and practice, dare I say, parallel park?
Oh. Baby steps, Dad. I'll work my way up to it.
All right. I'm gonna hit the hay. The hay. Here we go. Take care of late night television for me, all right? Hitting the hay now.
I'll let them know you said hey.
Get it? Don't just hit the hay. Spank the hay. Make that hey your, you know what, let's actually not actually go there. Bad father role model figure.
Looks like a new PR.
Pretty good. Taped sports. I did not, in fact, tape any sports. That was not something that I was specifically going towards doing. It makes sense of why that came in on a low ball. But even still for an A. Twins protected dad and coach. Get him, coach. I don't want to be put in there, coach. I don't. Not a fan of that. Well, come on, Craig. Let's keep on going. This man's a business entrepreneur. I must have missed that part of the dad book profile because when I saw that we could talk about his business, I was like, business? I don't recall any businesses. I really want to get to some good quality time with Craig. The last time we hung out, he was so busy with the kids and fending off flirty moms that I feel like we barely talked at all. Ever since the first time we hung out, I've been trying to get up a little early for the runs, but I don't think I'm gonna be as embarrassing as last time. Maybe I'll even be able to catch up with him now. I type out a message to him on Dadbook. Hey man, been training on my run game recently. Ready for round 2? Craig responds almost immediately. Dude, of course, emojis. I don't know why he didn't just send an emoji rather than typing it out. Another message pops into my inbox from Craig. Let's meet up early tomorrow morning for my favorite morning activity, brunch. I type back. Brunch? What's that? You run, and then you get brunch. Get it? Run. It's in brunch. I got that now. I don't like that. I don't like brunch. Craig and I agree to a time in the morning, and I have a chance to spend the evening hanging out with Amanda.
So, we doing pizza tonight?
Again? Come on, can we do like a salad night? You know?
What? Dad,
Are you on a health kick? What's wrong with you? Not yet. I formed the committee that examined the possibility of being on a health kick. They haven't returned with their findings yet.
Dad, if you go on a health kick, then I have to go on a health kick by virtue of being under the same roof as you. I don't know if I have the constitution for that.
Don't worry about it. The committee's still out. I'm sorry, Amanda. It's time. This is good parenting.
Not if I have something to say about it.
Suddenly, Amanda lunges for the phone. Before I can stop her, she has the pizza place on speed dial, of course.
Hi, yes? Thirsty's Pizza? Yeah. We need a double. Can I get an extra large pizza with chicken, bacon, extra cheese, and tomatoes, and a couple of garlic sauce cups? And do not forget the nuts.
Amanda, you're going a little north here.
Oh, right. Can you maybe throw some leaves on there or something? Yeah, something on a health kick? Yeah, Rico, I know. It's tragic. Basil.
Amanda listens for a second.
Hold on. Yeah. I'll ask him. Hey, Dad. Is oregano a salad?
Oregano's a salad? Oregano's not a salad. Do I give in? Bad parenting? Good parenting? It's literally a leaf. Oregano is a salad?
Yeah, Rico. Yeah. Sprinkle some out on there. Yeah, cash is fine. Say hi to the wife and the kids for me. Yeah. Bye. Rico says hey.
The food gets delivered. We plop down on the couch. And we eat some za.
Just be careful. Running is a gateway drug. It's a slippery slope, Dad. First, you want a couple light jogs, and before you know it, you're converting the garage into a home gym and renewing your subscription to some sort of weekly kombucha delivery service.
Question.
Shoot.
What's a kombucha?
Okay, yeah. So you aren't too far gone yet. I'm just giving you a hard time, Pops. I'm really happy you're running more and caring about your health. I want to keep you around for as long as possible.
Thanks, kiddo. Speaking of which, I'm running with Craig tomorrow.
You gonna be able to keep up with him?
Hey, it's a low blow. Probably not. If my spacebar has anything to say about it. We laugh, we eat pizza. It's probably not healthy in the name of carbo loading. I call it a night early, so I'm ready in the morning. Pizza converted to carbon dioxide, as most food apparently is. When I first started running in the mornings, it was pretty hellish. And now that I'm a few sessions in, it admittedly has become a little bit easier, despite it always ending in me dry heaving over a trash can. Is that what runner's high is? Is that the real runner's high? Just dry heaving? I lace up my tennis shoes, throw on a t-shirt from a writer's summit I went to 20 years ago, and I head out the door at a moderate jog. Craig is already outside with River strapped to his chest. He's dressed toe-to-toe in color-coordinated running gear. I look like a total schlub next to this guy. Hey, bro! Morning, Craig. River gonna be running with us? Best as she can. We're taking it to the limit, aren't we, kiddo? That's what babies sound like. Oh, I know what that means. Craig hands her a stuffed toy, which makes her smile ear to ear. That's Arnold the capybara. Sometimes it's the only thing that'll get her to stop crying. Oh, I've been there. Amanda had a stuffed panda that she carried around everywhere. She'd have a tantrum if we ever even tried to wash it. It was gross. I actually had a stuffed panda when I was younger, and I don't think it was ever washed, but I had a string wrapped around its neck, and by the time I got to the age of early teens, pre-angst, that thing looked like it had been completely wrung. I don't think that panda could breathe after that. It was probably long dead, for a stuffed animal, that is. So, you've been running lately? Every morning, 30 minutes. I'm basically an elite athlete by this point. I've even been taking my protein shake every single day. Every single day. I'm peak condition. Well, I'll try to keep up. So where are we headed? I was thinking that we could do a couple of laps around the park. Okay, that sounds very, very, very reasonable. And we'll do some hill climbs up the slope. All right, I can probably handle that. And then we'll close it off by doing some wilderness survival hike running to increase our agility. I'm suddenly struck with the overwhelming need to crawl back into bed. That sound okay to you? I usually like to throw some timed murder sprints in there, but I'll go easy on you, since you're a beginner. That sounds like something I am physically able to do.
Hey!
Great! Let's get started. Oh, God. Craig and I finally arrive at the park. A few other lone joggers make their way around the perimeter, and River waves enthusiastically at everyone we pass. It's a lot more peaceful in the mornings. Aside from birds chirping and River gurgling away in the stroller, it's actually pretty quiet. All right, good warm-up. That was the warm-up?
Hey!
Let's start the show.
Hey!
But wait. Craig reaches into his bag, tosses me a water bottle. I don't have a water bottle. I have a water glass, and if I threw that, everything would be terrible.
Oh.
You gotta hydrate, bro. Gotta hydrate. I take a long drink from the water bottle and feel reinvigorated. Man, I do not drink enough water. I need more water. Let's get more water. Actually, we're running a little low on water over here. Let's just take the whole filter out. Don't forget to hydrate. If you don't hydrate, you'll dehydrate. Let's go for it. Oh, almost missed it. There we go. I think we're getting the whole thing. No, we are not. Getting there. We're almost there. When the Brita filter hits. Hey. I look down and I pick up Arnold, River's toy, and I hand it back to her. Must have dropped this, little guy.
Oh.
Thanks for looking out, bro.
Bro!
You ready? Yeah, my body is collapsing in on itself. Let's get the gains! Let's do it. We finally finish our however many 10th lap around the park. I'm breathing heavily. But I can't believe I actually didn't lose Craig. He's even breathing heavily too, which makes me feel a little bit better. I look down at my shirt and notice that I'm drenched in sweat. Huh. Almost looks like a frowny face. My sweat is frowny face underneath. Huh. That's one. What?
Hey!
I'm just kidding. Good hustle out there. I'm really impressed. You're way better than the last time I launched you off a treadmill. Yeah, man. You really pushed me to my limits just now. I can't believe I hung on. Sometimes you just need someone there with you to push you to your absolute best. I'm glad I could be that guy, bro. Who's ready for hill climbs? Blah! There is my little cheerleader. Cameron, you ready? Ugh, ugh, ugh. I'm going with the regular ugh. It's not an ugh of depravity. It's an ugh of acceptance. You bet. Craig takes me to a separate portion of the park where there's a steep hill that seems to go up forever. I strain my eyes to see other joggers at the very, very top of it. So what do we do now? We run up the thing. That looks like a lot. Cameron, there's 2 things you need to know about this hill. 1, don't stop running to get to the top. And 2, Craig points to the top of the hill.
Hey!
That's not the top. Let's do it! I finally reached the top of the hill. I don't know if it's the top or the tippy top. Making my way past what I originally thought was the top of the hill. So we're definitely at the top of the hill. Once there, I hunch over onto my knees and I gasp for air. My lungs are like daggers poking into my ribs. I can feel my heart in my ears. River, I'm having a moment. Please. Ooh, boy. Craig looks like he's taking a beating as well. Ha! So he is human after all. Cameron, put your arms on your head. Stretch out your eyeballs. Elbows, not eyeballs. It'll help you breathe better. I do as Craig says. Feels a little bit better. I'm still in agony. And here. Craig tosses me the water bottle again. I hydrate like my life depends on it. As if my muscles truly needed the protein that is maximally in this bottle that has been spread across multiple alcoholic beverages. Thanks, dude.
Nice.
Phenomenal work. That's the tequila. You feel that lightness in your head? That's the runner's high. Oh. That's it. I thought I was just, dying. Want to take it slow for a bit? I would like that very much. As we're catching our breath, River starts crying. Oh no! River's face crying is not pleasant. What's wrong, Sweepy? You want to play with Arnold? Craig looks around us.
Hey!
Oh boy. Man down. I think we lost Arnold. River keeps wailing.
Hey!
I've abandoned my child. It's toy. Not the child. Oh, we gotta find him, dude. It should be simple, right? We just gotta retrace our steps. I remember River at last having it down at the bottom of the hill.
Nice.
Craig and I jogged down the path, searching high, searching low, for the stuffed capybara, which Craig takes the time to explain to me is a large rodent native to South America. We get to a place where River might have dropped it, but still nowhere to be found. Oh, looks like we've got a mystery on our hands. We have to get to the bottom of this. I suspect foul play. Looks like this is a prime case for a world-renowned detective with an X. Dude, it's time for a bro adventure. A bro venture! We high five! Bro venture! And decide to jog back to the park to see if we can find any leads. So it looks like there's a couple more places to check and some bros around here that we could interrogate. Sounds good.
Hey!
Wait! Who's good cop? Who's bad cop? I think about it for a second. Well, I think that with your stature and overall resilience, you would make an intimidating bad cop. But on the other hand, you do have an adorable baby strapped to your chest, so that softens the edges a bit. All valid points. I think you would make a great good cop because of your congenial attitude and a willingness to try new things. But then again, I've seen how you get when there are too many commercial breaks during a show, so you do have the potential to be a scary bad cop. I don't want to have to watch Meat Hell in 3-minute segments with 5 minutes of commercials in between. And they're loud. The commercials are too loud. I just want to watch my shows in peace without people yelling at me to buy wiper fluid and stuff.
Hey.
Case in point. Let's play it moment by moment. Smart. So, where to, Brotective? To the field? To the woods? To the playground? Did we run to the playground? Did we run for the field? Maybe a child took it to the playground. It's a toy. It makes sense to go to the playground. Let's go to the playground. We make our way over to a small playground at the edge of the park. A couple of kids play on the jungle gym while parents watch on the nearby benches. Over one of the benches, I spot a familiar face. Clues? Joseph? Calm River down. Move to another part of the park. Joseph! Let's see what Joseph's up to. We jog over to Joseph, who seems to be engrossed in a book. Joseph! Joseph nearly drops his book.
Hey guys, I didn't think I'd see you two here. Cameron, are you exercising?
Sure am. Yep, you know me. I just love to run. Be healthy. That's kind of my whole thing. What are you reading?
Oh, just a book on knots and rope tying.
Oh.
For boats. Boat ropes.
Right.
Oh.
Say, you didn't have to see a stuffed capybara around here? What's a capybara?
It's a large rodent that's native to South America. Joseph thinks for a second.
Haven't seen one around. I'll tell the kids to keep an eye out.
Your kids are here?
Nice.
Joseph looks around.
Lawrence of Arabia.
They were here a second ago. Must have gone exploring around the park.
Do you know where they could have run off to?
They're kids. They get into mischief sometimes, but they always come back.
All right, thanks for the help. That sounds a little suspect, Joseph. Where are your children? Did they take Arnold? Mischief, you say?
Lawrence of Arabia.
Wait, am I being interrogated right now?
No. Yes. Only if you did something wrong. Thank you for your time, Senator. Only if you did something wrong. What are you hiding, Joseph? That wasn't a question. What are you hiding, Joseph?
Whoa, getting the third degree here.
This is serious. There's a capybara on the line.
I mean, you're more than welcome to ask Christian and Christy. I imagine they have their ears to the ground on all the latest playground drama. They might be somewhere around the woods.
Thanks, Joseph. We'll let you get back to your rope book.
Boat ropes. Ropes in boats.
We head back to the playground. Clues. River to calm down. We gotta get Arnold, dude. I don't think I'm good with kids. Let's look for clues. I feel like I should be saving for this date. Clues? Craig and I, 2 grown adults, walk into the playground and begin examining it meticulously for clues. There's no forensic evidence here. No stray capybara hairs, at least. After searching fruitlessly for some time, we look up. All the parents are staring at us. We smile, and then we wave as we awkwardly slink away. Back to the playground. Try to calm River down. I mean, I suppose we should try, right? This is a pretty nice playground. Might as well get a couple of swings in. What about Arnold? Maybe having a little swing might calm River down? Might buy us some more time. You're right. She's about to go nuclear. This might prepare her for the possibility of us not being able to find Arnold. Life is cruel and tough, but at least we'll always have swings. Craig straps River into the baby swing and gives her a gentle push. She's into it. I take a seat on the swing next to her and immediately realize that I'm stuck. And River is totally gobbling it up. Craig eventually helps me out of the swing. We decide to get back to the investigation. We head back to the playground and move to another part of the park, I guess. Where to now, bro? The children went into the woods. Let's go to the woods. We make our way to the outskirts of the park. There are a couple of benches by the dense tree line. Looks like Robert's here all by himself in the middle of the woods, probably walking his dog Betsy, because we've seen him come out of the woods before with Betsy. This also seems like the perfect place to look for clues. Joseph twins must be around here somewhere. Look for clues. Robert. Maybe Robert saw something. We walk over to Robert's bench. Hey, Rob. Do we call him Rob now?
Don't call me that.
Okay. Hi, Robert.
Don't call me that either.
Okay. Hey, buddy.
Oh.
What are you up to?
Hey.
Thinking. This is my thinking bench. I have to get a solid 2 to 3 hours of brooding in per day, filling quotas.
Have you by chance seen a small stuffed capybara around? A capybara is...
It's a large rodent native to South America. I know that.
So, have you seen one?
Oh.
A stuffed one, not a real one. That would be weird. Good cop? Bad cop? I can be bad cop. I can be bad cop to Rob, buddy, just Robert. I'll be bad cop. All right, Robert. We've been nice. Help us out. I'm gonna go off. Learn how to fight. Come back here, kick your ass.
You? Learning how to fight? Please.
Oh, well, fine. If you don't tell us what we want to hear, I'm gonna spoil the season finale of Long Haul Paranormal Ice Road Ghost Chuckers.
You're bluffing.
My buddy here doesn't play by the rules. Cameron will do it. Callum and Flint crash into a haunted...
Stop. You're a monster. I haven't seen any goddamn capybara, okay?
Crap! I was really nailing the bad cop bit, too. I thought for sure we had something. Now what, bro? Joseph said his twins were around here somewhere, but I have no idea where we're supposed to find them.
Wait, those creepy kids? Why didn't you tell me they had something to do with this?
Huh? Maybe I should have left the good cop, bad cop routine to the pros on TV.
Dude.
Yeah, Robert, bro, do you know where they are?
I do. A lot of people underestimate the senses of the man who broods. I saw them looking around here a little while ago.
Where'd they go?
Ran into the woods. I'd be careful, though. I don't trust them. But then again, I don't trust anyone. Not even you guys. Not even that baby. I take that back. You're an old soul, kiddo.
Thanks for your help, Robert. To the woods! It's the woods. Look for clues. Deeper! Deeper into the brush of the woods around us. I stare into it. The depths of the woods. Who knows what could be in there? Are you prepared for what we might face in there? No. Yes. Yes. I'm ready for it. I'm ready. Partner, bro? You? Nope. But if it gets River to stop crying, I don't care. Let's do this. We start down the path into the woods, keeping our eyes and ears peeled for any sign of Arnold. There are no squirrels. There are no birds. Anywhere. The silence is unsettling. The sun can barely peek through the canopy. It's colder here. Suddenly, we hear voices. I want to do it. You gotta do it last time. Craig and I come to a clearing where we find Christian and Christy kneeling over... something? Stop right there!
Dude.
And put your tiny hands where we can see them. Christian and Christy just stare at us. You hear the guy? Put your hands up. We're kind of in the middle of something. Yeah. Can't you come back later? What are you kids doing? Cutting stuff up. My heart's pounding. Is this the end of the line? I step closer. I can't believe what I'm seeing. A pair of safety scissors lies in the dirt, and it's Arnold. What have they done to him?
Hey.
Arnold! You heard the baby. Hand over the capybara. No fair. Finders keepers. No, not finders keepers. That's our property. You desecrated it. Well, how can you prove it's yours? Yeah, it doesn't have your name on it. Actually, it does. See, it's right on the foot there. Christy looks at the foot. I can't read. Craig looks at me.
Oh.
I'm so done with this, bro. There's no use arguing with them. River sniffles. Craig looks exhausted.
Oh, man.
I gotta get her home or she's gonna have another meltdown.
Let's brunch some other time, yeah?
What? No way! We found the capybara! Should we have just gone into the woods first? Wow, that sucked. I head back to the cul-de-sac alone and head inside the house. I'm ready for a shower, gallon of water, and a nap. Oof, I bet Amanda's still asleep. I crack open her door to find her still in bed, sleepily scrolling through her phone.
Morning.
Afternoon, actually.
Right. How was brunch?
Well, we had a good time with the run part, but we didn't make it to the rest of the portmanteau.
Huh?
To brunch. We didn't make it to brunch. Somehow we lost River's toy capybara on our run. A capybara is...
Dad, don't patronize me about giant rodents. I know.
Sorry. Anyway, we figured out that Joseph's creepy twins had something to do with it, but we never really got to the bottom of it. We actually cornered the kids in the woods and found what was left of the toy, but we couldn't convince them to give it back. Maybe if we'd had a smoking gun. I mean, evidence. Not a literal gun. Not like smoking guns and stuff. Like scene of the crime. Proof.
So the run went well, though. I was a little worried about your endurance.
Yeah, it was rough at first, but it ended up being a piece of cake. I actually feel pretty... My legs give out. I'm on the ground. I find myself on the floor of the hallway. I'm just gonna hang out here for a little while. You take your time getting up. That ended poorly. That ended very poorly. What could we have done differently? Maybe I should have done the good cop routine, you know? Maybe.
That was a good warm-up.
I mean, could be worse, I guess. Grill Dad on the maximum, though. I should have played good cop. I can't believe it. Should have done the good cop routine. Huh.
Welcome. You've got dads.
Well, maybe this will be the one. There doesn't seem to be any more messages that I haven't actually read. I wonder if there are more of them. Craig? It's time, my bro. Time to take this to the next level. I don't even know if there is a next level, but with Fitness Bro, there's always a next level. Let's go for it. Let's go for it. Ready for it. I'm actually very curious to see how this one goes. It took some time for our schedules to line up, but I was finally able to find a weekend where Craig and I could actually go camping. He always stays busy to work with the kids and work, but it's good to know that we'll just be able to spend some time relaxing together in nature. Since our first run, I've managed to go on regular runs with Craig. I mostly do them because it seems like the only time we get to hang out, but the added benefit is that I've seen a lot of improvement in my health. I'm feeling more masculine than I've ever felt masculinity before. I was able to sift through the attic and find my old camping gear from college. Craig put me in charge of bringing the sleeping bags and the tent while he takes care of the food, so I double-check to make sure everything is ready to go. Craig should be here any minute now. Amanda's going to be spending this weekend on a school trip to our nation's capital, D.C., Dick County. She hasn't been away from home without me for longer than a day since she was 14. I hope she isn't feeling as nervous about it as I am. Hey, Amanda Panda. Amanda's in the middle of sitting on top of her luggage in order to get to it to finally zip.
Hey, Pops.
Ready for your trip?
Once I get this bad boy all zipped up, I'm good to go.
How much did you pack? That seems like a lot for 2 days.
Oh, it's all of my camera equipment. Lenses, tripod, flash, all of that.
Are you even going to have time to take pictures?
I'll find a way. I need to get some good shots for my series on national monuments.
Ooh. What's the series about?
It's one of those internet series where I reimagine Disney princesses as founding fathers.
What?
I'm kidding. Nobody likes those. I'm taking portraits of my friends.
Oh. Well, I'm going to be in the woods. Out there in nature. You know, roughing it. Just me and Mother Nature. The old Madre de... trees. Are you going to be all right on your own?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to have any signal out there. I won't be able to text or call you at all.
No, it's all right. I'll be able to survive a couple days without constant updates on who just got voted off of International Haunted House Hunters.
Hell, I'll miss you. And for the record, Bradley was pushed down a flight of ornate stairs by a ghost. They were really beautiful stairs. Amanda finishes zipping up her bag and lugs it next to the door of her bedroom. She turns around, she gives me a big ol' hug.
Relax, Dadtron. I'm a big kid now. I can take care of myself. Besides, I gotta share a room with Monica Sanders and 2 mom chaperones. The most trouble I could possibly get into is falling asleep with a tub of ice cream on me.
Oh, well, all right. Don't steal anything, okay?
Since you asked nicely.
Fine.
Promise.
I step outside, hauling my bags behind me. Craig's already strapped some camping gear on top of my modest but stylish car. He notices me carrying my equipment and hurries over to take it from me. I got it. Don't you dare. Such a gentleman. Do I let him have it? I let him have it. Such a gentleman. I almost had a case of the vapors there. Never fear. These muscles were made for picking up heavy things and putting them in other places. Remember, it's your weekend to relax. Just take it easy. I guess I can't argue with that. Everything good up with Amanda? Yep. On her way to a school trip to Washington, D.C. What about your offspring? Already at Smashley's for the weekend. I'm ready to get my camp on. It was Ashley. She was Ashley. They doth Ashley. I load the rest of my stuff into Craig's car, and we get on in. Oh no! What's wrong? I think I left my juicer plugged in. We gotta go back. Are you worried that someone's gonna break into your house and cold press some carrots? No, it's just... Just try to relax, man. Let the juicer float away. Take all of your worries, blend them into pulpy good vibes. Craig takes a deep breath. Do we have anything to listen to? All I had at my place is a series of CDs that guide you through a thorough and intense calisthenics workout. Do you want to listen to those? I'm just kidding. Craig hands me a thick case full with CDs. Take your pick. I thumb through page after page of kids sing-along TVs. Yeah. Twinkle, Twinkle, Little Star. Really takes me back, buddy. Keep going. I get to the end of the case to find, in the very last slot, a blank CD with Craig's handwriting on it. DJ Kegstand's Mega Mix, Volume 1? Made it just for the trip. I think you'll like it. I pop the CD into the car stereo, and it's like I'm immediately transported to our old dorm room. Hit after hit plays, and soon enough, we're both happily screaming, singing the lyrics to each song as we fly down the highway. This song was Carl's favorite. Carl, the third roommates. You brought that dog home one night. I couldn't pry you two apart. So we spent an entire semester fabricating a story about our foreign exchange student roommate who had a really bad cough that sounded exactly like a dog's bark. And then we went and had a room inspection. That RA was so suspicious of us, but could never prove anything. And Carl was just under a blanket. Bless that pup's courage under fire. Man, we did some dumb things back in college. The hours fly by. We belt out tunes in whatever non-existent key our voices register in. Soon enough, we're surrounded by lush trees and spectacular vistas of everything amazing that nature has to offer. I think now, as we're discussing the college days of the various different antics that I got myself into in college, I think one of my formative experiences in college, there were two mostly. One was the foundation of how I test people in my life. We were walking back from a party at another university, and a friend and I, probably rather inebriated at the time, are walking down the street and find one of those like barriers that they put on the sidewalk to specifically denote that there is road and or sidewalk work going on. And one of us, the other one, is like, I'm gonna jump over this thing. I'm totally gonna do it. And I was like, yeah, man, go for it. And he did. And he fell face flat onto the sidewalk, brings his head up in this almost comical fashion. It's like, my face hurts. Does it look bad? At this point, I can barely make out the features on his face, and I'm like, no. Yeah, it looks bad. And we wind up Ubering home. The second experience, which sets us up for the bar with an X that you see here, is that there was a parade that happened a riot, basically. There was a whole thing that happened in Philadelphia when the Eagles won the Super Bowl. The night they won, a bunch of people ran out into the streets. There were horses that were stolen. There were cars that were flipped over. People climbing up poles that were under-greased at the time. And the awning of the Ritz-Carlton Hotel I watched sink into the crowd below it. And on the way back, I took one of those sawhorses, the little things with the orange and white stripes that are through them, and I just kind of stole it off the road, and I took it back to my fraternity house, and at least a good month and a half later, I split it in two, stuck half a table onto it with screws and bolts after 1 or 2 vodkas, maybe 3 or 4, and I had a bar. I built my first bar. It wobbled. It could do a little dance, and I wish I had a video to back that up. I'm sure it's probably in my phone somewhere. But I think that directly inspired the mixology that you see before you today. Both experiences. And perhaps some learnings of judgment calls when it comes to getting into street fights or sidewalk fights. Craig says he's good to be back out here. Real good. Indeed. In the forest, I mean. You know, where we saw the, the car being like, or the capybara being ripped to shreds. We park our car at the entrance to a familiar trail and load up on our gear on our backs. I'm thankful that I've been working on my health over the past couple of weeks, but otherwise I'd be dreading all the hiking that's about to happen. Those cicadas are loud. Craig looks intently at his phone. Everything all right? Yep. Just had to fire off one last work email. Craig pockets the phone, and we start off on the trail. It's relatively easy. But I know I would have been huffing and puffing at this point if it weren't for all the murder sprints. I look around me and take in all the tall trees and animal chirps. Everything okay back there? There's no reception out here. Oh yeah, being out in the middle of nowhere will do that. I recognize the look of anxiety on Craig's face. What if there's a problem? There won't be. You've trained for this. Reception is the least of our worries. Do I egg him on? Do I try to belittle the problem? You trained for this, man. You got this. You've trained for this. Look, Craig, we all know that if you really wanted, you could flex your calf muscles and fly out of here like a rocket ship all the way back to Maple Bay. You're gonna be fine. We're gonna be fine. This is our weekend. We keep marching down the trail. It seems like Craig is still worried. After a bit, he stops in his tracks. Maybe we should go back. We could find another campground that gets good cell phone reception. Craig, seriously. What's wrong?
I don't know.
I mean, I'm just really nervous. My dad instinct is kicking in, and my mind keeps conjuring up all sorts of worst-case scenarios. What if something happens to the girls? I don't have a signal. I would have no way of knowing. Let me tell you, that feeling never goes away. No matter how old your kids are, you just gotta remind yourself that they're in good hands. Craig doesn't say anything. I give him a reassuring punch in the shoulder. I try to remember why we came out here. The plan was to get away from it all. Just focus on ourselves for this little trip. No distractions, no cell phone service, just 2 dads relaxing in the woods. Craig looks me directly in the eyes. No distractions. No cell phone service. Just 2 dads relaxing out in the woods. We're gonna have some fun this weekend. Craig and I get back to marching. Not too long of a hike before we get to the campsite. We're both glad to see that we're the only people there. I can't believe you still have this tent. Found it in my attic. Already checked it for holes. It's seen better days, sure, but I think we'll be able to survive. I dump the bag of fabric and poles onto the ground. We unfold the tent in the desired spot, and I hand Craig the stakes. We still know how to do this, right? Of course we do. We do not. After 20 minutes of struggling like people in a bad infomercial, we somehow managed to build an upright structure that closely resembles what a tent would look like if you asked somebody to draw a picture of one with their eyes shut. That's apparently the picture. Not that bad. I wouldn't put this up against the storm, but I think we'll be able to survive for the night. We set out a couple chairs, our cooking equipment, and admiring our handiwork. Bro, look at us go! Look upon the kingdom we have built. Upon this rock, we shall grill our meats, drink our booze, for we hold dominion over this land. Verily. And, look at our camping chairs, which we are going to sit on. So, what's next on the Camp Extravaganza docket? Well, now that we have our shelter settled, I think it's time for us to do some exploring. There's a waterfall a little bit up the way. I'm sure we could hike to it. Let's get hiking! The camp trip. Craig and I venture into the woods. We amble along, taking our time to chat and admire the wildlife. And the sounds of the birds, but specifically the frogs chirping, because I believe that's the sound of frogs. Craig reaches out an arm, and he stops me. Dude, does that look like what I think it looks like?
A fluttery in my eye, probably an eyelash. Oh my god, it does! Wiping the eyelash from my eye.
That tree totally looks like a butt. I can't get over how detailed it is.
I examine the butt tree further. The contour is perfect. It even has back dimples.
I thought we were gonna have a great time camping, but this makes it even better.
Craig holds back a snicker.
To aspire to have every hike be as good as this one.
I'm snickering now too.
Let us analyze this tree further. Craig and I share a big belly laugh at our awful jokes.
They're punfully delightful.
The best thing about this is that there's no daughters here to tell us our jokes are bad. We high five. All right, dog. Craig and I hit the trail again. It's been a long time since we've been out here, but everything seems more or less familiar. We point out old landmarks that we remember back from our college days. I think I'm getting close now. Check it out. There's a clearing up ahead. As we get closer, I can hear water running. I really don't hear water running. I still don't hear water running. I hear very somber music. Cresting over a hill, Craig and I are greeted by a wide clearing surrounded by trees. In front of us is a beautiful waterfall spilling into a large body of water that runs into a river. Mouths agape with the genuine beauty of the place we go to investigate. The old waterfall. It's gorgeous. Nature's so rad. Peering further, we get an idea of how deep the pool is. Think we could jump off of it? Like the old days? This old dad is happy here on dry land. Looks like you could climb right up over there. We didn't even bring swimming trunks. What are you talking about? Craig immediately begins taking his clothes off. All right. Look at Craig's butt. Don't look at Craig's butt. Look at Craig's butt. Look at the butt. Is it topical? It's topical. Look at his butt. This is what the game's all about. Do I make him feel insecure about it? Would he be into it? Is the love of a bro enough to prolong this relationship further and wipe away the fears of anxiety? I'm gonna look at his butt. I can't help but sneak a peek. That's a good butt. Craig turns around suddenly. He catches me looking. I do a lot of glute workouts. I immediately turn away. Blushing. You coming or what? I don't know about this dude. He's already making his way over to the waterfall. By the time I finish my sentence, when he realizes I'm not behind him, he turns around and rolls his eyes. We lived together for years. I've seen your ass more times than I can count. It's no big deal. You got it, Chief. Let's put on a show. Who needs pants anyway? Who needs pants anyway? Rip these pants off for the sake of the college old days. They're society's oppressors. Down with the pants. Down with the system. That's the spirit. I take my shirt off. I drop it into a pile with Craig's clothes. I put the rest of my clothes on the ground, feeling exposed. Craig and I climb up to the top of the waterfall, making sure not to slip on any wet rocks. He reaches the peak before I do and offers me a hand getting up. At the top, we look over the cliff and into the tiny lake. Seems so much higher up from this perspective. Craig has always been a daredevil. He pulled stunts like this in college, but I'm honestly still shocked that he survived. I was always the one standing on the sidelines, watching, hoping I wouldn't be bringing him home in a gurney. Man, this could be dangerous. Craig looks me in the eyes.
Nice.
Don't think. Just jump. Craig cannonballs off of the waterfall and into the lake, creating a huge sploosh. I'm worried for a moment. But he finally resurfaces from underneath the water. Woo! He treads water. He looks up at me. You coming or what? Don't think. Just jump. How are you supposed to just not think? I'm pretty sure that's not even possible to not think about the jump that you are about to conduct. My toes grip the edge of the rock. The water looks really far away. Don't think. Just, I run off the edge trying to do my best cannonball, and somewhere in the middle it turns into a really, really graceful belly flop. I hit the water with a loud slap. And the sound of somebody hitting a bar echoes throughout the forest. I resurface to find Craig giggling. I rate that belly flop a solid 8 out of 10. Your form was lacking, but your heart was in the right place. I playfully splashed some water at Craig. Oh, Craig! Are you sure about that? I splash him again. You've given me no choice. Craig splashes me in the face with a huge wave of water. You've awakened the beast. He launches another wave of water at me. Ha ha! Don't you put me in a corner here. Don't put a wild animal in a corner. Squirt water at him with my hands. Hammer fist. Dunk him. Dunk him into the water. Dunk him! I lunge for Craig and manage to get him in an arm lock. Time for the finishing move. I summon all of my dad's strength to lift Craig out of the water. Hey! And I drop him down for a splash. Craig bounces back out of the water. Oh, my turn. Oh no. Seems like Craig was simply allowing me to pick him up and dunk him. He grapples me with his clearly superior muscles and, quite literally, tosses me across the water. I emerge from the water, devastated. You think I did all those pull-ups just so I could look good with my shirt off? Nah, bro. These arm cannons are dad launchers. Craig does a playful flex. My muscles are nothing to gawk at. Damn. Craig, truce, please. Craig thinks about it. Yeah, sure. We shake hands. There is peace. Whew, man, that jump was an adrenaline rush. Not so scared now, huh? Excuse me. I reached to the top. Found an extra excitement for the day. Let's do another one. We run all the way up the slick rocks and cannonball off of the waterfall again. What a rush! Good form on that one. Want to go again? You know it. I don't know how far I should push this. Do we just keep reliving the golden days? So long as we don't get hurt, you know? You know it. I'm afraid that I'm gonna get hurt, though. You know it. With the same energy we had in our youth, we climb back up to the top of the waterfall. I'm brave enough to try a flip, which I'm sure looks incredibly graceful as I belly flop into the water. Man. Oh, this is fun. Got one more in you? I live for danger. I live for danger. Danger used to be my middle name. Danger. Those who dange. It takes us a little more time, but we get to the waterfall and both do our best running jumps into the water below. All right. Ooh, I think that's my limit. We should get going back before it gets too dark. Are you kidding? I've never felt more alive. Do I push this further? All right, bro. You sure? It's my time to jump. I screw up the rocks once more and do a classic cannonball. Wow, this is so fun. I'm getting kind of cold. Want to go back to the camp now? No, I'm here to jump. No, that's pushing things. Do we though? Do we jump more? We're reliving the glory days. I'm here to jump. Go on without me. I've got at least 20 more jumps in me. Okay, dude. I'll see you back there. Craig gets up and he leaves. Maybe I should head out for him? Nothing but the waterfall. I mean, Things have gone well up to this point. Oh, finally! Some peace and quiet. I can work on my form. One last one. We'll come back again. Maybe. I scramble up the rocks again. Whew, man, the adrenaline is wearing off, I guess. And by the time I get to the top, I'm like gasping for air. Here goes nothing. I take a running start for my biggest jump yet, but as I get to the edge, I trip, tumbling off the cliff and onto, oh my god, onto the rocks below. As my broken body slips into the water, I look down to see a pool of red forming around me. I don't have long, just long enough to be alone with my thoughts. Why did I push myself beyond my physical limits? Why did I let the search for adrenaline overrule my sensibilities? Why didn't I use the buddy system? Am I bleeding? Goodbye, cruel world. I can see that my chances at love were dashed much the same as my poor body was dashed upon these rocks of this waterfall. What the? You died? What? You water fell to your death. You can die in this game? What? I guess it's a good thing I saved. I didn't save because I thought I was gonna die. I thought that I was gonna mess up the date. Oh, we're back. Oh, okay. Oh, I didn't know you could actually die. What a rush. We go up. Good form on that one. Want to go again? Now I'm pretty tired. Oh, okay. Flashback. I see my life flash before me and I realize I shouldn't have taken that last jump. I'm tired, man. We should probably head back. We go to put our clothes back on and I notice that they're soaking wet. Maybe the splash fight wasn't the very best idea. It's okay. We get a fire going in no time. We can dry off and get some dinner going. I wonder what we got. Smoked meats, perhaps? We didn't fish like we did with Brian, so we're not eating fish. Sopping wet, we hike back to the camp and unpack everything we need for dinner. Craig pulls out a couple of steaks and some chopped potatoes and tinfoil.
Oh.
You ready for a feast? Hey man, take a seat. The Craig train is pulling into the relaxation station, and I'm your conductor. Let me cook for you. Choo-choo. Absolutely not. Cooking is the thing that relaxes me the most. I'll take it from here. Craig cooks now. I remember how his entire sophomore year diet consisted of microwavable mac and cheese, but not microwaved, and have trouble believing the thing that he just said. At least let me start the fire. Sure. Let me just grab my matches. Craig reaches into his backpack. He rummages around in his bag, pulling things out, checking every pocket. Uh-oh. I know I packed it. Craig checks another bag and still can't find it. My stomach kind of grumbles. Now I'm actually more acutely aware of how cold and wet I am. We really need to get a fire started. Cold, wet, and hungry. Okay, well, it's not the end of the world. Gosh, I'm so stupid. I could have sworn I packed it. I'm sorry, dude. No, don't be. We can figure this out. We can start a fire. We're smart guys. I mean, how hard can it be? I've watched plenty of survival programs on TV. If a naked reality TV star can do it, so can we. We'll need some wood. I gesture to the trees. They're all around us.
Hi.
There's no shortage of that. And we'll need some tinder. We can make that work. And then I think some ancient aliens are then supposed to come by and give us advanced technology. Or renovate our house. Kinda depends on the show. Craig and I gather a variety of wood, bark, moss, till we have all the materials that could conceptually make a passable looking campfire. Just add fire. Right? How hard can it be? That's the fun part. The sun is just now setting and a cool breeze rustles the leaves of the trees around us. We gotta work quick. I've done this in the past, and I know I can figure it out. Just give me a second. Any way that I can help? Give me some moral support. Lift my spirits. We'll make this fire happen. You can do it. Never knew a better Craig. Go overboard with compliments? Should I just overboard it? Never knew a better Craig. You can do it, dude. I never knew a better Craig. In all my days, I can confidently say I have never known a Craig to be a better friend, father, or fire maker. Oh, actually, now that I think about it, I knew a guy named Craig in high school who ended up getting a job as a professional pyrotechnics operator, and I suppose he must have been pretty good at starting fire. But I bet you're even better than that guy. Bro. Eventually, Craig is miraculously able to get something going. He blows on the embers and gently places the glowing moss into the base of the pit. Soon enough, we got a nice little fire going. I didn't even have the option to not go back on that compliment. Way to go, man. We're regular old outdoorsy fellas. Hooray for not dying. Take a seat in one of the lawn chairs Craig brought out. Cozy up to the fire. Warming up my hands. Relax, man. Take it easy. Let me handle the dinner. With a capital D. I watch as Craig stokes the fire and sets up a makeshift grill for the steaks. After all that hiking and swimming and fire starting, I'm actually able to relax a bit. With the sound of crickets and the scent of steak filling the air, I actually feel pretty calm. Craig expertly sears 2 steaks in a pan he's been heating up on the fire, cracking thyme, crushed ginger over it, while basting them both in butter. Wow. I didn't know he was actually good at cooking. The fanciest I ever saw him get in college was when he started sprinkling the seasoning packet onto dry ramen and eating it straight up. When did this happen? You used to eat cereal every morning with beer instead of milk.
Oh.
I grew up. I guess. I think these are just about ready. Craig puts the steaks onto a paper plate and sets them aside. I start to reach for one, but Craig smacks my hand away. Dude, let him rest. It'll be more flavorful this way. I patiently return to my seat, eyeing the steaks longingly. From a distance, they smell incredible. Craig prepares a side salad for us in the meantime, sprinkling feta cheese and freshly chopped greens. He plates it next to a generous pile of roasted potatoes covered in olive oil and rosemary. Once it's all ready, we sit down by the fire and we dig in. Dude, that sounds magnificent. Everything tastes okay? Heaven. I'm in heaven.
Oh.
That's what I like to hear. Ellipses. Remember how for an entire semester, we would eat burritos for breakfast, lunch, and dinner? It's so hard not to go back to that. Look at you now, man. You have kids, great job, and now you cook like a vengeful wizard whose arch nemesis is microwavable food. I'm really impressed with how much you've gotten your life together. Craig laughs, but there's no humor in it.
Oh.
I'm glad you think that. I glance at Craig while he picks at his salad. He really grew out of his baby face, but there's something about that expression that he makes that seems so much older than he is. A sense of maturity he didn't have in college. He looks exhausted. You okay?
Oh.
Yeah. Come on, dude. I've known you for long enough to see when you're down.
Oh, man.
I'm tired, bro. I just think being out here is making me realize just how drained I feel. You work really hard, Craig. It can't be easy.
Oh.
I have to. For my girls. I volunteer at their school. I cook healthy meals for them. I do everything I can to make sure they're safe and happy. And when they're with their mom, I'm always working overtime so I can support them. And then you work out a lot, so you can crush anyone who stands in their way, right?
Oh.
That, and I don't want to fall into my old habits. I need to set a good example for my girls. Everything I do is for them. I wouldn't have it any other way. It seems like it's bleeding you dry, dude. That's what it takes to raise them well, and it's worth it. Craig, buddy, I know where you're coming from here, but you gotta take care of yourself too.
Bro.
I do, though. I eat right, and I exercise, and that's not what I meant. You're too little butter on too much toast, you know?
Dude.
What? You're spreading yourself too thin. Life needs balance. It's great that you care this much about your kids, but you can't neglect your own needs because you're too busy taking care of everybody else's. You matter too, dude.
Oh.
It's just, I know I can provide for my family, and if I take a step back and look at everything objectively, I know I'm doing right by
I
them.
don't know.
But I can't explain it, man.
There's always that voice in the back of my head telling me that I need to do more. It's like it's never enough for me. Every time I try to relax, that voice keeps telling me I don't deserve it. To be honest, I even feel guilty about being out here. Craig, you're doing your best. You're doing an amazing job. Validation, my guy. Everyone could use a little bit more of that. That's a fact. But even if you weren't, you'd still deserve happiness.
Oh, man.
Do I, though? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, bro. Look at Craig and think about what a good friend and even better father he is. He's compassionate, he's hardworking, relentlessly positive. He encourages everyone to be the best version of themselves. He makes me want to be a better person. If you could only see yourself the way that I see you.
Oh.
Craig beams. He gets up and walks over to his supplies. Come on, I brought dessert. Oh, are you going to use the campfire to torch the tops of some creme brulee?
Oh.
What? I know little to nothing about cooking. Craig pulls out marshmallows.
Hey.
Well, you still know how to make s'mores, right? I think the more important question is, do you know how to make s'mores? As I recall, you used to just completely blacken the marshmallows. Something that I do personally.
Oh.
Oh, I stand by that. It's charred on the outside, but the gooey center is preserved. Brutish. Oh, excuse me. Craig throws the marshmallows at me, and I catch it in my mouth.
Oh.
Pro move. We used to be able to do that at a great distance against a wind disadvantage. Give me a week of practice, I'll be competitive again. Craig and I sit in the warm glow of the campfire, watching embers float up towards the sky. Stars are so much brighter out there. Yeah. I miss this, Cameron. Me too. We stay here until it gets late, half remembering stories from college. We watch as the fire dies and eventually clamber into the tent. We crawl into the tent, and I unfurl my sleeping bag. Wait, where's the other sleeping bag? I look around for a second. Oh no. I must have left it at home. It's all yours, dude. I'm sorry. I'll just cover up over here. No, wait. Here. Craig unzips the sleeping bag, spreads it out so there's enough room for the both of us to lay on top of it. Night, bro. Good night, bro. I roll over and we face away from each other. Without a blanket, it's really cold. I shiver, and without realizing it, I find myself nestling closer to Craig. I'm sure he won't mind. He turns over. I can feel his breath on my neck. It's hard to focus on anything else. I turn over, trying to get more comfortable. I open my eyes to find Craig's face only a few inches from my own. For once, he looks at peace. His eyes flutter open. His hand finds a place on my waist. I'm not sure who leans in first, but suddenly, we're kissing. We look at each other again, my heart racing. Craig.
Hi.
I got strong feelings for you, bro. Feelings I can't deny anymore. Bro. Me too. I run my hands through his hair, down to his chest. Craig brings me closer, wrapping his arms around me. Feels so secure. You know, talking about old times is fun, but I like making new memories with you. I smile, tracing the lines of his hip with my finger, chiseled like marble. We kiss again. I'm not worried about us getting too cold tonight. Oh my. Date complete. Oh yeah, dude. Oh yeah. Maximum marinara. Don't know how he managed to... I don't know where the marinara came from.
Man, that was amazing. Just like back in college. I've missed you, dude.
Just like back in college. Bro. Were we madly in love in college?
Oh my. The kegstand champion. Oh my goodness. That was nice. That was very calm. Very natural, bro. Bro. It's all about the bro. Woo! We did it all again. We managed to do it all. And this time, we did we fuck our best friend? Is that what we did? Did we screw our best friend? I don't think we actually did. Too many questions, daughter. Too many questions. You already know what's coming. You already know it. It's birthday time. Not really birthday time, but everybody's here. That's how it all is. Hey, everybody. I can't wait to talk to you. Bro. Protein shake, bro. Actually, I don't think he mentioned protein shakes at all, except maybe during the very beginning, before we actually started dating any of the dads. That tequila protein shake mix is not actually that bad. Cameron, Pablo, buddy. I love how, because we know who he is, he comes to the party. I love that. Brian's here. Always, always, always. Just the Mac. It's just how it always is. Thank you. Deep breaths. Daisy, hello. Hello there. I don't want to skip any potential new characters. Cul-de-sac, because I know we got him coming up. See you later. Plate of mac and cheese. Ooh, we get to do Hugo next on Wednesday. Oh, can't wait. Yo, I got something good planned for Hugo. Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Cheese man. Cheese dude. Thanks, Hugo. Getting for it. Come on, dude. Pew 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 pew. Where is Robert? It's Robert. Where is Craig? Hey man, Amanda doing stuff. Damien, splendid garden. My deepest thanks. The iceberg cake is divine, indeed. Thanks, dude. Good cake. Oh, Lucian's here. He knows. I know. I'm a man, my word. The story of this oregano. Oh, right. This is the part where we remember that the oregano happened. Hilarious. Hey, looks like Amanda's hanging out with Briar and Hazel. Let's see what they're up to.
Okay, Briar. Think of a shape. Hazel, what's she thinking? Square? Briar? Star? We'll get it next time.
Amanda leans in close to Briar and Hazel, lowering her voice.
Listen, you guys can be real with me. If you're downplaying your psychic abilities, I want you to know that you can trust me. Heck, even think of me as the third twin.
Amanda, that's a triplet?
You know, Dad, by the time I'm done with these kids, we're gonna be finishing each other's...
What? You didn't finish your sentence. What are we gonna be finishing? Each other's...
sentences. See? They're twin.
I have to go. Lame. As the party starts to wind down, I take a seat next to Craig. The sun is setting. Everyone seems to have eaten their fill.
Oh.
Bro. This reminds me of the parties we used to throw. Fewer keg stands, of course. Probably for the best. I don't want to get my hip replaced after a party trick goes wrong.
Oh.
We can leave keg stands in the past. You doing okay? Yeah, dude. I'm alright. I can't hang for too long. I gotta get back home and answer some emails. What happened to relaxing? I am relaxing. Right now. We're sitting on a bench. Yeah. Well, I could be standing. See? Relaxing. Craig, you gotta take better care of yourself. I care about you, and I want you to be okay.
Oh.
I appreciate it, but I'm fine. You're a good friend, dude. Good friend. Do you ever wish that maybe we were more than that? Oh, bro.
I don't know.
Sorry if I gave off that impression. To be honest, I kind of wondered the same thing. But I don't have time for that right now. I think we're just better off as friends. Oh. Yeah. I can do friends. Craig hops up.
Oh.
All right, buddy. I gotta get moving. Thanks for inviting me.
Oh.
Let's hang soon, yeah? That would be nice. Craig jogs out of the yard. Man. The last guests begin to make their way out of the party. Amanda wanders over. Was that all we get? Oh my gosh. Was that not the good ending? Was that not the good ending for Craig? No way. I actually kind of like how, at least so far, it doesn't seem like any of the endings actually end in a blissful coital experience. So far, at least. Wow. Look at that. So far, it seems. I mean, maybe that is the good one. Honestly, it's all for the best. It's all for the best. Wow. Look at that. That's Craig for you, right? Can't confirm. It wasn't Craig, right? There's no... No. Look at that. All right. Okay. Okay. That's fine. That's just how it is. Well done. That's about all I've got for this evening. The only dad that remains now is Hugo. That's Cheese Dad. Cheese Dad's the guy who's remained. So right now, dated 6 out of the 7 dads in Dream Daddy, and the plan is to get it all the way in completion. I want to give a couple of notes to the folks who have gotten here to the bitter end. We've got a couple of things coming up, a little bit of business coming up. So now that we're at the end of Dream Daddy, there is one more planned Dream Daddy stream, which will be happening on Wednesday at the normal time, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time. For anybody who popped in new this time, we'll be dating Hugo, and I think that's all to the game, so I don't anticipate on doing another specific Dream Daddy stream until we move on to our next playthrough. Now, that being said, there's a little bit of traveling coming up. Anna and I are doing a little bit of a trip down to Orlando. I've always wanted to go to some of the surrounding bars at the Disney resorts and stuff. So on Saturday, tentatively, at 3 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, I'm going to try this mobile streaming thing out and see if we can actually mobily stream around the different resort bars in and around Disney World. Not specifically in Disney World, unless you count like the Springs as a part of Disney World. It's going to be a bit of a test. We're going to see whether this works for prolonged periods of time in spots of potentially inconsistent Wi-Fi and a battery pack for my phone. So we're going to see if that works. So that'll be happening on Saturday. After that, because we're doing the Saturday thing, there shouldn't be a stream on Monday. There's some travel complications, unless there are some new developments in the Dream Daddy world. On Wednesday next week, that's March the... Can't look at the times. That's March the 13th, not the 6th. March the 13th, we're going to come back here to the bar, just to see here, with a Dream Daddy cocktail for every single one of our Dreamy Daddies. There'll be one for each of the dads that we've dated, all concocted by head bartender here, to see what we can have there. The idea is to take all of these characters and embody them in a cocktail, either something that they would drink, something that embodies their personality or otherwise, and I've been working pretty hard on these recipes, so I look forward to being able to showcase those to you guys on Wednesday. And then after that, we'll see what happens next. There'll be another playthrough that we'll be starting, and I'm not quite going to give any spoilers to what that is, so feel free to stick around to find out on that. To everybody, thanks again for sticking around until the bitter end. We had a couple of very interesting tastes with, specifically, protein shake and a variety of different spirits. And if you're interested in seeing what those things are, check back in the very beginning. We'll do a new cocktail, a new experience before every single stream here on CameroxnWithAnX's channel. So thank you all so much. If the moon's shining where you are, have a great rest of your night. It's late for me. It's like 11:30 now. I'm tired. I'm tired, but feeling oddly proteinaceous. And I kind of like that. If the sun is shining where you are, may you have a wonderful rest of your morning. If you're out there who does morning brunch, then maybe one of these will prepare you right. Thanks again, everybody, so much. Until next time, y'all, I appreciate your company. Cheers, and bye.